Welcome everyone to session 1 of the Godwolf from the Crooked Mountains. This is an adventure by Dunderdegar that have produced quite a few third-party adventures for Dragonbane, such as the Creeping Darkness campaign that we have run, the Iceberg of Horrors that we have run, as well as many others, and others that I will run in the future. Joining us today, we've got a new cast of characters. Well, some new, some old. We're going to let them introduce themselves in a moment. We're going to start in the middle of things, in media res. And where we start is on board a ship. And let me get our ship here. Perfect. We start on board a ship. And get my notes. The old captain stands at the rail of the northern gale, one hand resting on the salt-worn wood, eyes fixed on the grey water of Elmer's Sea. The wind snaps the sail overhead, and for a long while he says nothing at all. At last, without looking at you, he speaks. "Funny thing, the north. Folk think it's the cold that kills you." He exhales slowly. "Cold's honest. It tells you what it is." And he gestures vaguely towards the dark line of land on the horizon. "Those shores ahead, Yorheim, they were first touched by folk like you, proud ones. Ran from chains, or kings, or old grudges best left unnamed. They came over this very sea, thinking freedom was something you could step onto." The captain's voice drops. "They landed near where Gosvik stands now. Thought they'd found their answer, and for a time, maybe they had. Clans spread inland, carved out homes where the soil would allow it, helped one another mostly. Hard to feud when winter's your real enemy." And he scratches at his beard thoughtfully. "Then came a man named Lofar." And I'll type that out. "Strong, clever, the sort who smiles while counting how many knives he needs. He didn't conquer all at once. No, he united them, or so the songs say. Some clans joined by oath, others by fear, and a few by fire." The waves slap against the hull of the ship as his gaze drifts northward. "Called himself king, first of them, House Brand. Ruled 10 years. That was enough. When the clans rose against him, it was outside Hildgolf. Snow in the air, blood in the mud. But Lofar never saw a battle. He fell ill the night before. He was dead before the third dawn." And he spits into the sea. "His son, Siglake, he took command. Young, proud, and desperate." And the captain shakes his head. The royal banners broke that day. Siglek fled into the untamed wilds, swallowed by snow and silence. Most say he died out there," and his eyes flick back to you. "Most." At last his expression softens just a little. "Still, folk endure. They always do. Barkhold, for instance, hard timber town, about 100 souls most of the year." And a hint of a smile tugs at his mouth. "Come autumn, though, the whole place changes. The autumn market draws trappers down from the forests, nomads off the tundra, settlers with wagons full of hope, and fortune hunters with empty hands and big plans. It started as a simple trading moot. It was meant to keep the clans talking instead of fighting, but it turned into something else entirely." He taps the rail with one knuckle. 500 souls or more packed into a place built for far fewer. Deals struck, feuds mended, or started. A few even find a spouse, if the drink's strong and the night long enough." He straightens his coat against the wind. "Markets like that are good for trade. And for trouble." He turns back to the sea, the conversation clearly at an end. "Mind what you buy at the autumn market. Mind what you promise. and mind what you hear after dark. For after all, in Yorheim, the past has a habit of showing up when folk gather in numbers. Just then, you hear a voice calling out, saying, "Captain, up ahead!" And the captain looks up into the crow's nest and sees a young sailor with a trembling hand pointing out, "Wreckage off the starboard bow!" And we're going to start there. We're on our way to Barkhold for the Autumn Market Festival, and along the way we've spotted wreckage off the starboard bow of our ship, the Northern Gale. Let's have Nash give me a roll. Let's do an awareness roll.
This sea is no place for an ogre.
Oh, well.
Wow.
Okay. Well, we got a
Why
dragon.
Why did I get 2?
Have you got an item? Let's see.
I haven't played it for such a long time.
If I click on it, I don't know. We'll take it. Oh, for some reason it rolled it twice. I wonder if you double-clicked it or something.
Yeah,
But
maybe. I don't think I did.
We'll take the first one. I like that one better.
Yay!
You can see some wreckage for sure just off of the starboard bows. You peer out and look, and you can see that drifting in the water is a small coastal trader, a small ship. Its mast is broken, the hull is taking on water, and you can see a handful of figures clinging to the deck or floating on debris, waving weakly. The captain swears under his breath, "Damn it all, that's no more than a day old." He turns to Magnus and says, "If we stop and help, it'll delay your arrival. We'll risk the ship in the fog. I don't know that we can leave them, though. It's your charter. Tell me what you'd like us to do."
Well, I hope fate will forgive me, but I do think it's our duty. No, we should try to lend aid.
Very well, we'll risk it. Gods remember who turns away. Heave to starboard! And the ship begins to list that way. Now, we're going to take some action here and give you guys all a chance to kind of work together to solve this issue. I'm going to drop some tokens on the map just so we have them. So this is a chance for you to not only do something, but maybe introduce your character to the others. So starboard bow, that's the right side of the ship. That's going to be just kind of out here into the sea. As we begin to come around, what do we do?
Well, I would say Nash doesn't trust the setup that she's seeing, so perhaps she might sense magic.
Ooh, I like that. Go ahead and do that. That'll cost you, I think it's 1 willpower to do that magic trick. Mm-hmm. You detect no magic coming from that ship. There is nothing magical about what you see. It looks like this absolutely happened here. Doesn't seem to be any sort of illusion or anything like that. Like perhaps maybe they're laying a trap for you or something. I think is kind of what you're getting at.
Yes. Well, there is no magic trap there, although they may still be fools. Yes, so Nash is an ogre. She's mostly a wizard, but she's very prone to body slamming if she doesn't think a spell will work. She has a scar down one side of her face. She's very large. She doesn't suffer fools gladly. So.
Wonderful. Well, you probably shouldn't travel with the rest of this party then. Who wants to step up next and do something and introduce your character?
Well, I do have a question.
Yes.
How far away is this ship exactly?
Let's say that as we're getting close, right now we're probably maybe 30 meters, 30 yards, basically 90 feet away, but we're closing on them. And you can see there's men in the water clinging to debris, floating crates or pieces of wood. You can see the mast has snapped, and there's rigging and cloth in the water as well. So you probably can't get too close without fouling up your own ship.
I think Vibjorn will rush to the side here. Oh, I can't. And he'll peer over the edge, leaning maybe a little bit too far, trying to gaze for the best approach to get close. See if there's like a safer place to pull along and call back instructions to the first mate.
Yeah, give me a spot hidden roll for that. Nice. So you notice one thing in particular. You see that there is something jutting up from the sea here that this ship has potentially come upon. It looks like there's a shoal, maybe a sandbar or something, and you can see a bit of reef poking up above that. And you notify the captain of this, and he says, "Aye, good eye, good eye. Don't get too close, lads. Go around." And they begin to slowly and laboriously steer the ship that way. He turns and clasps you on the shoulder. "You might have saved us the same trouble. Thank you, sir." And go ahead and introduce Vibjorn to us.
Yeah, Vibjorn is a pretty stocky human male. He's got a beard, and I can't see his art. I'm not able to zoom in on his artwork so well.
I'll post a picture of the artwork here.
Yeah, he's got hair and a beard that are kind of like snow flurries, kind of wild and blowing all over the place in the waves or the wind of the sea, and his eyes are sharp. And he happens, you might not notice this because he kind of keeps it a little more hidden, but he's got a large bear claw for a hand. And you may find out more about why that is. But he's got some bones, and yeah, he's probably wearing his large cloak to keep warm.
And here's a picture of Nash as well, which I believe, Tina, you drew this, did you not?
Yeah.
Lovely.
Nice.
Who's next?
Well, I'll raise you a bear claw, and I have two. Actually, I have four. Ursula, the priestess of the light gods, sees people in trouble, and it's just not what she likes. Having been on board ship for a couple of days, she understands that it's probably not best to wander around in her chainmail because, it's heavy and makes it hard to swim. So she will take one of the coils of rope, hope it's tied to something, and run and jump and try to start pulling people on board.
Nice. Give me a roll for that. That's going to be... I'll either let you roll acrobatics if you're trying to be graceful and make this look majestic, or if you're just jumping, give me a strength roll just to get out in the water and swim towards them. I mean,
Sure.
graceful as a bear leaping into the water could be.
I also have, as a bearkin, the leap ability.
Oh, perfect.
So I can go an additional 4 meters into my normal movement. So we'll go cannonball in, I guess.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I'll do that. And let's go off strength. Actually, you know what? She wants to look graceful. She wants to make a good impression. Don't want you to think that she's not graceful or whatever.
Do you want to push
that?
that?
She's gonna be a little disheartened that she didn't make that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, try as you
So she
might.
fell in the water, like straight in.
Yeah, you leap and it looks fantastic, but then you realize, as you get closer and closer, this water's very cold, and you pull your arms in, holding onto the rope, and there's a loud plop as you hit the water, a great spray of salt foam.
Yep. And I'll start bashfully swimming toward them.
Excellent. So, Magnus and Lothar and Lunarium, you see Ursula leaping out. The three of you have yet to act. Who goes next? What would you do?
Yes. Well, Magnus was waiting till we got relatively close because he's not, the most. You see him; he's this pretty short, frail old elf, which maybe is remarkable in itself, being an elderly elf. But he also kind of gets away with not doing tasks because of it. So he's not the most fit. But as Ursula's trying to get men on board, he's just trying to aid her with that, looking for wounded, particularly who might need healing.
Well, give me a healing roll as you begin to look over the folks as they are brought up onto the Northern Gale.
Ooh, close.
Do you want to push that?
Yeah, I think I will. Yeah, why not?
So you will have a chance to rest before we get into any combats or anything. So feel free. To
Good. You did well.
Excellent.
Become scared.
You see that a few of these folk are they're hardy sea folk. This is not their first voyage out on the sea, but they've been in the water for quite some time, and you can detect that hypothermia is going to be setting in very rapidly on the ones that you've seen, let alone any others that could be worse for wear. But they don't seem to have any wounds. There's no blood. There's no cuts. It seems that it's more a product of the cold and the water that you see. Who goes next? Lothar or Lunarium?
Lothar would... with all these people in the water, he would be looking for whatever sort of creature that might attract. He knows there are great beasts that lurk in the depths, and he will do his best to be vigilant about that.
And as you look over the side, your dog likewise comes up, puts his paws up on the railing, and begins to look out. His shaggy winter coat rustling in the breeze behind the ship. Give me a beast lore roll. All right, so that any shipwreck, any flotsam or jetsam tends to attract scavengers in the sea, and sure enough, in short order, you see the telltale swish of fins and some dark shapes just below the waves as sharks begin to approach.
Well, he will make sure that that's pointed out, and that those in the water are taken out quickly. That could turn bad.
So as you point this out, a few of the other sailors, they'll get long lances, gaff poles, and they'll start poking at the sharks, trying to keep them away. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. You were saying something.
Oh, no, I just... Lothar is a hunter. He's a bit on the older side, but he knows his way around the woods. And he's okay at bushcraft every now and again. He uses a bow, and he has his pet dog that is joining him on this adventure.
Excellent. And last but not least, we have Lunarium the Lettered. Please tell us a little bit about your character, and what do you do to try to help out?
My character is sort of like a scholar. He's sort of want to go to the markets, sort of get out of the school to take a look at the world, kind of thing. Yeah, I guess he's more. He'll try and persuade the sailors to drop into their smaller boats, go and pick up the survivors and herd herd the sharks away, maybe.
Yeah, give
Thank you.
me a persuasion roll. And in fact, you can have a boon on this because of all the events that have transpired with the sharks, and now you see this is pressing, and you've read books about these sharks. You know that time is of the essence. Get these people out of the water. So add a boon to your persuasion roll. Oh, so you didn't get a demon, which is good because of the boon, but you didn't succeed. So now in Dragonbane, much like Call of Cthulhu, you have a chance to push a roll. You can select one of those conditions, and when you push the roll, you'll re-roll. But whatever condition you take, like if you take exhausted, any strength-based skill checks you make until you get a chance to remove that condition will automatically have a bane on them. So you don't want to pick something that's your strength. You want to pick something, like Constitution. Perfect. And then you get a dragon. Excellent. So that's going to put an improvement mark on your persuasion. At the end of the adventure, you'll have a chance to improve your persuasion. So with a dragon, you call to the men, we've got to get the boats out. And you see them begin to lower longboats to go and rescue the crew. Working together, you've all managed to bring some order to this setup. And in short order, you get the folk aboard the Northern Gale. They tell you that they are fur trappers bound for Barkhold's autumn market, and they speak very quietly once aboard. Hey, the storm came out of nowhere. And another one adds, almost whispering, yeah, and we heard something. Howling. Not wind. Not beast. And another refuses to meet your eyes. The wilds are stirring. And they look down at their hands, shaking their head. Now, having rescued these folk, you will have earned some gratitude and perhaps future allies in Barkhold, and word will spread of what you have done. You have one more night at sea before you return, or before you make port in Barkhold. So during this time, you can do a full rest. And so to do a rest on your character sheet, you'll open up, I think it's below your hit points, it'll have like there's a round rest that you can do, which recovers willpower and takes one round. There's also a stretch rest, which takes like 15 minutes to an hour, recovers a little hit points, a little willpower, and you can remove a condition. Or there is the shift rest that recovers everything, and so everyone can do a shift rest if you have conditions or spent willpower, and you can get all that back. And then we'll jump into the next part. The ship's keel scrapes against the dock with a dull wooden groan. Ropes are thrown, caught, and made fast, and the sail is hauled down amid shouted curses and practiced hands. Barkhold rises before you, a rough knot of timber buildings surrounded by a long wooden palisade, huddled against the cold, their roofs steep and heavy with sod and tar. Smoke coils from chimneys hanging low in the air as if reluctant to rise any higher, and beyond the settlement dark pines crowd close, pressing in from the hills like watchful sentinels. Take us to a map. The docks themselves are crowded and chaotic. Fur bales wrapped in oiled cloth are stacked shoulder high along the planks. Crates of antler, bone, dried fish, and iron tools sit beside sleds dragged all the way from inland camps. Dogs bark and strain against their leashes. Reindeer snort clouds of steam into the air. Somewhere nearby a hammer rings against an anvil, sharp and bright. You hear voices overlapping against one another as they speak. A trader argues over the weight of pelts. A nomad woman laughs as she slaps a friend on the shoulder. A wide-eyed youth stares at the crowd as though the world has suddenly grown much larger. The smell is unmistakable. Salt, smoke, wet fur, and wood resin, with the promise of strong drink drifting from somewhere uphill. As you step onto the dock, you realize just how swollen Barkhold has become. The town was never meant to hold this many people. Tents and lean-tos sprawl beyond the palisade. Temporary stalls crowd every open space, their banners snapping in the wind. Hand-painted signs offering steel, furs, luck charms, and warmth for a price. A pair of locals watch the arrivals from beside a storehouse, speaking in low tones. One of them makes a quick warning sign when your eyes meet, then turns away. Above it all, perched on a rocky rise overlooking the harbor, stands Barkhold's fort. Its weathered beams are carved with old knotwork and animal shapes, wolves, bears, and things harder to name. A tattered banner hangs from its gable, stirring weakly in the wind. For a moment, the market feels almost festive. Then the wind shifts. Somewhere in the hills beyond the trees, a low, distant howl rolls across the settlement. So faint it could be mistaken for the wind moving through stone. The noise fades. The docks carry on. Laughter resumes. But a few heads turn inland all the same. Welcome to Barkhold. Cross, did you figure out how to do your rest?
No.
Okay, no problem. Let's do that.
Find it.
I'm gonna drop some tokens out here. So I think it's below your hit points. The red box that has your hit points. There's going to be some little marks that indicate your.
It's the
under
green box.
willpower. Yeah.
Oh, there! I found it.
And
Cool.
do the
There you
bed.
go.
That's like the full night's rest.
There you go. I was like, what the heck?
Perfect. Okay, we are all in Barkhold. You can see this is the central fort here in town. There's a large marketplace. There's stalls and buildings, tents, and the wild woods. Now I am playing it's the soundtrack for the Godwolf from the Crooked Mountains. It actually came with the Kickstarter, so if it becomes irritating, we'll turn it down. I've not listened to it yet, but hopefully it helps to set the mood. So I'll keep that soundtrack running until we need to change it. But for now, let's go from there. In Barkhold, the festival has just started. This autumn market, you're told by some of the locals, has been here for 30 years, and it was on the orders of the clan chief. This market has somehow unexpectedly turned into a festival. It's been held every year since. People come from near and far to trade, make deals, and even to find a spouse. And like the captain said, normally there's 100 people in Barkhold. There's at least 500 now. And you see a few strange folk. You see frost elves that have arrived from the Frostwood. These elves are pale of skin and hair, and they wear furs. There are also wolfkin that have come as well. The elves have brought a number of reindeer they hope to trade, and they're interested in purchasing salt and iron arrowheads. The wolfkin have come to Barkhold with wagons filled with beaver, bear, and mammoth pelts to sell. They are interested in buying weapons for their war against the orcs in the Crooked Mountains. There's also a handful of fell centaur, and I've got some artwork of them. Let's see, there we go. These fell centaur have come from the untamed wilds. They've come to the market looking for employment as scouts. They're hanging around waiting for the headman's decision, the one who runs the market, and having wild races to pass the time. And there's also 4 dwarves from Flamehammer who have made the long journey to Barkhold, and they're here to try to make deals, hoping to persuade the headman, whose name is Gunther Quarrelwort, to hire the dwarves of Flamehammer to rebuild his wooden fort in stone. When you arrive, the first thing to note is you have no accommodations. Unless you have a tent, you'll be needing to find a place to stay, and rooms are at a premium. There's also much shopping that can be done at the local stalls. There are competitions that happen throughout the day. You're welcome to participate in those competitions. You can call on the headman of the fort. You can get to know some of the other folk here. You can watch a performance or anything of the sort. What would Lothar want to do upon arriving?
Well, I think Lothar would seek out perhaps if there's trappers or others who brave the wilds. He'd like to speak with them and ask about rumors and other tales.
So quite a few. In fact, the wolfkin have come with pelts, beaver, bear, and mammoth pelts. And you approach them as they're unloading their bundles from wagons and laying them out on the ground where they've staked out a small claim for where they want to have their makeshift shop. And they look at you. You come to buy, sir.
Well, perhaps I might purchase something, but more I come for information. I wish to speak with some of you. I'm currently tracking the tales of a great white bear that calls these regions home, and to find such a beast would truly give me the title of a hunter. Perhaps you've heard of this. I ask, do you have any knowledge of this thing?
They look at one another, and you notice that they're not smiling. And they're like, a white bear, you say? Tell us, what do you know of this white bear?
Well, I've heard tales that these northern lands are home to a massive white bear that stalks the woods and has been known to kill many hunters who have gone after it in the past. But I think that to hunt such a beast as this would truly be something of legend. And I suppose that I don't know much, but I know that I wish to find the beast.
I think you're slightly mistaken. It does not kill many who seek it. It kills all who seek it. We have seen this white bear. It lurks near waterways to prey upon those who come for a drink, be they beast or man. Oh, this white bear is fearsome indeed. I wish you all the best of luck in that. You'll not find it here near Barkhold. No, you must travel north, past the Frostwood Forest to the Untamed Lands, and they point north to where all you see off in the distance are icy, jagged, rocky peaks. There lie a tundra between here and there. You'll find them out on the tundra.
Well, friend, I thank you for this. I have not much information for my search right now, but this is greatly helpful. And before I go, perhaps I might purchase something for your help. Do you perhaps have a tent, or at least some cloth that I might fashion one?
Well, we've a large number of skins and pelts, and I'm sure we can find something for you. Give me a bartering roll, if you would. Ooh. They pull out a few items, and some of them look like they would be suitable for a tent, but many of them are not. And you bide your time. You know, they're probably showing you the stuff they want to unload first. Probably the lower tier stuff, because, you know, if you didn't ask specifically for the finest pelts, just something you could use as a tent. And they do have something that would pass for a small tent. This would accommodate 2 people. It would give you a boon on the bushcraft roll for making camp. You know that these tents normally run about 2 gold in any town. Up here, it's a little different because you're far away and things are at a premium. They're asking you for 3 gold for this. But with your bartering roll, you know that's a little above price. That's a 50% markup on that.
Well, this is I would say a fair price. I will give you 4 gold, as you were very helpful in giving me those tips.
Well, if you want something larger, we've got. Well, you'd have to do a little bit of crafting work, but you could make this work. And they show you a few large tanned mammoth hides that you could make a large tent out of it. You need to probably stitch them together and get you some poles. A crafting roll would do this. This would pass as a large tent, which can accommodate 6 people. This would be the whole party. You know, these typically go for about 4 gold. This one, they're asking 8, and you know that's double the price. But it's probably cheaper to get that than to buy 3 smaller tents.
I would hate to buy this. Someone would have to sleep outside, for my dog would need a slot in the tent as well. And I would hate for just one person to have to brave the
Well,
cold.
someone would be on watch, so they probably
Someone,
wouldn't be
yeah,
sleeping.
someone do have to do the watch. Man the camp.
Do you want that large
Well,
tent for 8 gold?
I think just the small for now, as my crafting skill is likely not good enough.
Okay. I'll drag the small tent into your inventory, and you can deduct the funds there. Have you anything you'd like to trade? We're looking specifically for weapons, bows, swords, axes, and the like.
Well, I do indeed have a longbow that has not seen much use as of late. I would be willing to give it to you. For a price, of course.
Give me another bartering roll. This is a used bow. Can you get full price out of it? Well, do you want to push that to try and get full price? Otherwise, they're going to offer you 30 gold for this.
No, I think 30 gold is fair.
You know, these things are typically, 50 gold for this. So go ahead and you can delete that longbow. And Ursula is going to go to the All Temple to give thanks for the deities you follow and donate 1 silver. The temple, there is no permanent edifice here that would pass as the temple. There is a temporary shrine. They've brought in a wagon, and there are some idols of these different gods that you worship, and they've got it covered with a small canopy, and there are candles and that are burning, as well as a brazier which the priests periodically throw incense on. And as you donate that silver, they look at you and say, "Oh, may the All-Father go with you." And for doing something pious like that, Ursula, you can have 1 boon to use at any point during tonight's session. You can choose when to use that. The Bjorn, as you are wandering around, someone comes up to you and they notice your hand axes. And they say, perfect! Just in time for the competition. In just a few minutes, the axe throwing will begin. You must throw 3 axes at a target from a distance of 10 paces. Oh, the prize be an engraved silver cup and the renown for the entirety of the year until the next festival. Please tell us you'll participate.
Certainly. I enjoy sport, and it will make a good tale one way or the other.
Excellent. And they take you over to the area where they've got some round discs of tree trunks that they'll use to hurl the axes into. And as they're getting you prepared for that, Lunarium goes off looking for maps, curios, books, and odd relics.
Have we talked about how we know each other, or how long we've
No, so essentially
been...
you came together on that boat, and so now that you've gotten here, you can kind of go your separate ways. But my hope is that you'll say, "Hey, you were really useful on that sailing. Why don't you come with me?" Lunarium, you find a few stalls specifically selling maps. There is one that has a map of the area, and you know that this would be super useful to have.
Oh yeah.
And they look at you, and
yeah.
then kind of it's an old cartographer, and his hands are blackened with ink, and he's got a pipe he's smoking. You can see the pink on his cheeks from the chill air. His nose is bright pink. Perhaps he's been in his cups a little bit. And he says, "You look like a shrewd scholar, if I'm not mistaken. Do you come seeking knowledge or wisdom? For the two are separate."
Always. Knowledge and wisdom, they go hand in hand.
Aye, yes.
Like hand with gloves. Yeah. Yeah, so this map of yours, very useful, I see.
Oh, very useful. If you'd like to purchase it, I think we could come to an agreement.
Yes, sure.
Now,
what do you...
well, one can simply take money, but I've at an age where money means very little to me. What means more is, as you say, knowledge. Can you teach me something? Tell me a story of great importance to you, and if I deem it to be worthy of the telling, I will give you this map.
Sure. I'll tell them about my memento, I guess, with that letter that I have.
Yeah, so tell us
Yeah,
a brief story about that. How did you come across it, and what does it mean to you?
Okay. I actually have a story about this. So it's basically, I have a mentor, I have a friend who's also a scholar. And what happened was they're sort of like an oddball, like a quiet heretic, if you will. Sort of want to dabble into forbidden stuff. And I was kind of against that. So they went off their own way, and how should I? Yeah. So
Is this?
they went off their own way. Yeah.
Yeah. So did they seek revenge? Is that what they did?
Not really. They sort of died, but sort of when they're seeking this knowledge, they sort of passed away, and I kind of mourn for them. But they sort of justify what I was going at, because I was warning them about the dangers of this knowledge.
Ooh.
And what they left me with was clues about what they found out. I guess I need to come up with a story about that one.
That is precisely what I want to hear. I will gift you with knowledge as well, but there are clues here for the finding. And so now you should all have access to the overland map. I'm going to take us there really quickly. This is the map. And let me mark a few key locations on here. So Barkhold, where we are now, is right up there. I'm going to put a token on here to represent the party, to show that we are in Barkhold. Right there. So we're in Barkhold. You can see this forested area. This is the Frostwood. And then up above that is the Untamed Wild, and then the Crooked Mountains. Now below us is the Jotun Mountains. Those that have played Creeping Darkness, this is where the thing was at the end of Creeping Darkness, was in the Jotun Mountains. So the whole woods that we explored is just off the map from here. There are a few towns here. Some are of note. In particular, this one here, this is Brickpile Castle. Some of you may have gone to help the ghost of Brickpile Castle. And there are a few other towns. I'm going to mark all the towns on here. We will likely not do anything in the towns, so I'll just mark them out here. Most of these were listed on the map that came with the adventure. Some were not, so I made up a few names here. But for the most part, that's what's here. The nice thing, Dundurdagar uses kind of the same world in most adventures, and so there's a lot of tie-ins here. Osvik, and one more. There we go. So these are the locations that we have marked on our map, and you can see there's a lot of places to potentially explore as well. But for now, we are up here in Barkhold at the market. So you should be able to get access to this map at any time. I'm going to take us back to Barkhold, but I think it will show up kind of on your upper left, your navigation for maps. You should be able to, if you ever want to jump back there and look at stuff, you should have access to that.
Awesome.
Excellent. And he warns you, many of these places, these are clues, and much wisdom and much knowledge can be had, but as you say, sometimes it's painful to learn those lessons.
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. Now, look, the axe throwing is about to begin, and there's a loud horn call that blares out through the marketplace. And Gunther Quarrelwart, the headman, he begins to call people to him. Do you go to watch?
Yeah, for sure. I'm interested in seeing what's going on.
Excellent. Come, friends, we've many a participant in the axe throwing this morning. As you know, we'll be running events morning and afternoon of the 3 days of the festival. The winner will receive this silver cup, and he holds up a cup. I've got a picture of one. Find it. And the cup it's very simple. It is engraved. There's the picture. Simple engraved cup. He says, but it's not the value of the cup, it's what it means. A champion, the best, to be had in Barkhold. Now come look. 10 paces, and he marks the 10 paces off from a line drawn in the snow towards those targets. These brave souls up here will each throw 3 axes, and whomever does the best will win the cup. Now here's how to play the axe throwing contest. So Vibjorn, what you'll do, you'll make 3 axes rolls, and all 3 rolls must be successful, and the total of the 3 rolls must be less than 21. For example, let's say you get 3 successes, but you get a 5, a 12, and an 11. Well, that's higher than 21, so you would not win. But if you can get 3 successes and your total number is below 21, you will win. So if you want to do your 3 rolls, you can.
All right. Yeah. Let's try it.
It's a blatant clue, Reese. 4-legged octopus. It's a quadrupus.
Oh no.
Oh, you can push it. Your first axe throw. You're a little nervous. You can see that there's a dwarf standing next to you named Duravali, and he's like, this is mine. And he licks the blade of his axe, and his first throw is a bullseye.
Yeah. I think he'll get a little angry and push it here.
Nice.
It's better. We'll try second throw here.
Yeah, Duravali says, aye. This axe can shave a dwarf's beard, and he plucks a hair and slices it in half with the blade, even with one eye closed, and he clamps a hand over his eye and throws, and he's just off the bullseye, and you hear the groans from the audience as they realize he may have just given up ground.
A fine throw, Master Dwarf. And he's got his cloak kind of gripped tightly. He'll wind back.
Oh, nice.
Throw again.
Dead center. Duravali looks at you and puts his hands on his hips. I'll not be bested by one such as you. Why, that's not even a hand. He's cheating, he is. And the others say, no, Duravali, just throw the axe. And Duravali takes out an axe, and it's an old, very worn axe. It's notched on the end. The handle is very smooth. In fact, you can see where the wood has almost been crushed, where the hands have gripped this. And he says, this axe has been in me family for generations. None have ever lost a contest with this axe. And I, Duravali, shall not be the first this day. And he throws the axe, and it's dead center. And the crowd goes nuts, and all eyes turn to Vibjorn.
So Vibjorn, I don't think I mentioned, is a skald. He's got some performance and poetry in his background. He's got an ability called Inspiring Verse, and I think he'll turn to the crowd and say, Axe whirl wakened, woodwind humming, spin song swelling with war-worn might. Fate flew forward, the haft unerring, oak split open, honor struck true, and he will try to swing this last axe.
You get a boon on that roll. Inspiring Verse will just cost you the 3 willpower.
Oh, yes.
Roll that with a boon. That was well done. Okay, so you got a total of 17. Your axe strikes center, and your axe quivers, and Duravali looks at you in shock. And you look down at him, and his eyes are rimmed with tears. And he says, "Oh, at first I was filled with shame, but now I am filled with pride to have thrown against the likes of you." And he goes over and wrenches the silver cup from Gunther's hand and says, "Give me that. I'll give it to the rightful owner. 'Twas not meant to be mine this year. I'll come for it next year." And Vibjorn, you have the silver cup now in your inventory. Well done.
I'll grab his hand as he hands it over to me, and I'll raise it up and say, "Drinks tonight, boys!"
"Oh, aye, the best thing I've heard all day." And Duravali goes over to the three other dwarves here and says, "Now, lads, don't cry. This one here, why, if he can hold his liquor, he's one of us." And they all look at you, smiling kind of grimily through frost-rimed beards. One of them's got a good 4 inches of mucus frozen out of his nostril onto his mustache, and they look more than eager to share time with you. Gunther says, "In just a few hours, we'll have the next event, the caber toss. Simply throw a log as far as you can from a line and win a silver cup. Come back in 2 hours' time." And the crowd goes back to what they were doing. Now, all of you saw Vibjorn do this. Now, you know him from the Northern Gale, from the ship. How do you respond to his show of prowess?
Wasting time on frippery.
Nice.
She stomps off through the snow.
Now, seeing you, Gunther says, "Tell me, you'll be throwing the log, won't you?"
Or a silver cup?
"It's not the cup, it's what it means.
What does it mean?
It means you're the best. At log throwing, at least."
Would it give me more information in the town?
"Why, many would want to speak to the champion of the caber toss. Everyone would come up."
It may be worth it then.
"Well, if you're interested, meet over there," and he points at a large area of the open market, "in 2 hours' time."
Maybe.
What about Lothar, seeing Vibjorn's prowess with the axe?
Well, it's likely that one such as him would prove a valuable ally against whatever dangers lie in the wilds around here. Perhaps he would make a good person to travel with.
You go over and make formal introductions of him?
Certainly. Vibjorn, that is your name, correct?
Aye.
Yes, you did quite well. You are very skilled with the axe. I am Lothar the Bearclaw. Perhaps you would like to travel with me. I know these lands are dangerous, and one with your skill could certainly prove useful should the inevitable happen.
At the mention of Bearclaw in his name, he raises an eyebrow and says, I know a thing or two about bears in these parts."
And you see his bear paw is white. It has white fur on it, Lothar.
Ah, yes, that's bear paw that you have. Did you? Where did you find that?
Oh, that's a story for tonight in the tavern. If you'll join me, I'm going to meet some dwarves and try to drink them under the table.
No, certainly.
Does anyone else go up to Vibjorn and Lothar?
I think maybe as they're finishing their introduction, they would hear Magnus say, "Well, if you two are planning to journey in these lands, I hope you would allow me to join you," but there's nobody there. It's just, they just hear that. But then Magnus comes up from what is it, 30 feet away? Nice. You see him waving.
Yeah, so you just hear this voice. It seems like it's coming from There's like a sack of onions, and the voice is coming from this sack of onions there. And then you turn and see Magnus.
Yes. Your voice travels far like the wind. What is your name, mage?
Yeah, it is a pleasure. I am Magnus the Illustrious.
Well, certainly one with your skill and with magic could certainly prove useful. Would you care to join us then? We plan to travel, and the more the merrier, I suppose.
Yes, well, I came to this land with no plan but journey in mind, so I'm delighted to accept. Thank you.
One who lets the fates guide him, looking for a story. I like it.
Now,
I think Magnus would bow to Vebjorn and say, well done with the axes.
Nash, you probably see Ursula over at that temple, and making an offering and visiting with some of the priests over there. Would Nash at all be interested in that?
No. Yeah, the nature spirits are her gods. But she will stomp over there, and she will wait for Ursula to finish her devotions, and then she will say to her, "You know, I know it wasn't as pretty as you wanted it to be, but you leapt into the sea to save those people. I feel that you are strong and brave. I go to seek herbs of healing, herbs that do not heal in this new land. Would you accompany me?"
So look at Nash and give him a big hug.
Oh.
Yes.
Nash doesn't. She just stands there.
Yeah, to outsiders, it looks like they're fighting. She's
just like, I will just tolerate this, but not enthused.
Ursula has seen the competitions going on. She's going to start her own competition of bear hugging.
Oh, nice.
She's going to go around hugging people, see how many people she can get at once. Nash is too big to have multiple people, but she's
rethinking her request.
As Ursula is giving hugs, one of the fell centaur kind of canters over and says, "Aye, are you trying to lift that great one there, bear? Can you not lift that one?" And this fell centaur looks to be like a Clydesdale, real heavy horse with a stocky, bearded man for an upper body and head.
Oh, I can lift them, just not without his permission. It's okay. It's okay to hug, but you shouldn't pick them up unless they're drowning. But I'll do what I can.
Well, I challenge you to a contest of lifting. Whoever can lift that ogre first wins.
You should not lift me up. You really shouldn't.
I don't think the ogre would really appreciate that. Maybe we could lift something else.
And
maybe something not sentient.
They look around, and there's a very shaggy pony that's chomping on some hay. That thing doesn't think much at all. I suppose we could try to lift the pony.
Oh, okay. So Ursula will walk over to the pony, pet its mane. Mr. Pony, I'm going to call you Ed. Do you care if we lift you?
The pony raises its head and kind of casts a lazy side eye at you while it's chewing slowly, lower jaw moving side to side, and then it goes right back to the hay.
All right. Well, I mean, it's not consent, but it's also not a no, so legally ambiguous. Ursula will look from the pony to the water trough and say, "Why don't we try this instead?"
The fell centaur looks at the trough and says, "It'll splash water everywhere. Perhaps 2 barrels." And he points over, and there's ale being rowed into a large tented pavilion that's the drinking hall. 2 of those barrels there, and each one probably weighs 100 pounds, 40 kilograms or so.
Okay, but I'll warn you, I've got older brothers, and they had that. They had that for breakfast, but sure, no problems. So she will go over and do some deep knee bends, and then attempt to lift the 2 barrels.
All right, it will be a strength roll.
More frippery.
Oh, man. The centaur will roll. He'll look as you easily hoist those barrels, one after the other, up on your shoulders. The centaur stamps a hoof angrily. Ah, 'tis nothing. Look at this. Oh, he gets a 4. He lifts it as well, but you see a bead of sweat beginning to form on his brow, and his left arm is trembling slightly, and he smiles, hoping that you don't see it. Give me a spot hidden roll, Ursula, to see if you notice his strain. You got the higher success with the lift here.
Indeed, you're very strong, Mr. Centaur, and then she'll hug him.
And he's holding the barrels, and you're hugging him. He's like, I'm trapped. I'm trapped, I say. And then he finally...
I will use the breaking of the embrace to help him with one of the barrels off of his shoulder.
And as you ease that down, he looks at you and lets out a deep sigh. I should have picked someone weaker. You're clearly no match for anyone else here. I thought I could best you, but perhaps you should enter the caber toss as well. I will be there. I hope you will as well.
What's a caber?
A great tree.
Oh, why don't they just call it a tree toss?
Well, it's been, all of the limbs have been lopped off. It's essentially a large wooden pole.
I guess caber is short.
It's a
Caber is short.
Scottish game.
Large wooden pole toss. Sure.
Now, Nash,
sounds Scottish.
What do you think of
It
all
is
this,
Scottish.
Nash?
Nash is planning to go over to the caber toss to see if she can get some more information. In the meantime, she's waving a hand at the 2 people indulging themselves in a game, and she's going to stomp off towards... she's looking for information about what sort of supplies you would need when you go into the wilderness. She's looking at what might perhaps carry extra supplies. You know, do you get a reindeer or do you get some sled dogs or something like that? She's fully focused on mission. So.
Perfect. And as you're looking for this, you draw near to where Lunarium is near the map shop. And Lunarium, you see Nash coming over. You recognize each other from the Northern Gale. Mm. And Nash, you're looking over some sleds. Essentially a wagon, but instead of wheels, they have skis on them. And there are a few others that have wheels, and there's a few different pack animals that you would be familiar with, horses, ponies, but then there are reindeer. And one of them even tells you that for the right price, he could arrange a mammoth to haul whatever it is that you need to be pulled.
I could ride a mammoth, I think.
Oh, and some do. Up in the untamed lands, there are barbarians that ride mammoths and wield cruel lances.
I would think that feeding one would be quite an expense in the wilderness, though. It would need to eat all day.
Well, that is true, that is true. It takes more than a little bit of hay to satisfy their bellies.
I think perhaps a reindeer, or and perhaps to pull a small sled. Lunarium, I hear your relatives howling in the woods there. Do you feel very at home here?
I was slightly offended that she's trying to associate me with some lowly wolves in the woods. And I just looked at her. Yes. My relatives, you say?
Do you understand their language?
I'm even more offended that thinks I speak wolf or something. So I'm like, what? I'm like, language. So you call howling to the moon language? Yes.
I'm sure they speak to each other. You would say that ogres speak only snarls and growls, but we speak to each other.
Know each other more like it.
Ursula,
bushy eyebrows go up.
Nash, are you, as you're looking for these items, are you also, as you mentioned to Ursula that you're looking for herbs, do you mention or that you're looking for herbs and other things here in the market?
I say, well, if you do not want to speak of your relatives, I will go back to seeking herbs and information about where herbs may be found.
you hear a man speak up. Herbs, you say? For healing? I can help you there. I've got all sorts of tinctures, and he's got potions and salves and unguents and bandages. But he says if you want the real lowdown on the herbs, you must speak with the druid of the wooden path. Oh, he's a clever one. If you can find him, he's not here, but search the Frostwood. You'll find the druid in Skogstam. And let me write Skogstam.
Well, Delirium's gonna maybe do a performance of his own and try to get some stories after trading stories with the map guy. He thinks the cartographer. He thinks this is a good idea. Trading some stories, get some more items or information.
Yeah, they do share a little bit of information as you're sharing more stories. They tell you when they hear, the druid of the wooden path, why, strange folk they are, them druids. They live in and around the forest. They never come to these civilized parts. How they share the woods with Jarl Hrothgar we know not. Though the Wolf-Crowned, he is a brave and cruel barbarian. But his people, they leave us alone for the most part. Our worry is that one day their nomadic style of life will no longer suit them, and they will come into these places and make these wild and untamed, much as they are. Most of the summer and spring they spend up in the untamed north, but they come to winter down here in the Frostwood. If you're looking carefully, you'll find them. It is said that the barbarians, that they are over in a small place called Trastum, and Trastum is wherever they want it to be. It's like their tent village. Find Trastum, you'll find the Jarl. You could be in danger as well.
All right. And then I guess, like, you know how you mentioned there's a big tent? Is there any way I can try and barter or get that off them without spending much money?
He says, these tents are quite expensive. I don't think we could come to an agreement unless you could come up with at least 3 gold. 3 gold and we're in business.
Is Nash still there?
Yeah, Nash is nearby.
What do you seek to go out into the wilderness, small wolf, almost wolf?
And I'm like, look at him going, yeah, wilderness, where probably have to leave town sometimes. I'll do it. I'll do a performance roll and then try to get people like sort of ask to get some
go for it. Nice. As you begin to speak, a small crowd begins to form around you, and they're eager to hear what you say. But you can see that there are other wolfkin here, and they look a little less pleased with the attention that you are bringing to yourself. These wolfkin have arrived to do trade. These are the ones that had the pelts. And they see you talking, drawing business away from them, and you can, even from here, you can kind of hear their low guttural growling as they look at you with fierce eyes. But you've got a crowd of people drawn around you. What do you do with it?
Basically, I'll try to get them to trade stories with me and also get some gold off them, if I could.
Perfect. As you are trading stories and you're telling of the brave rescue while you were on the Northern Gale, do you place like a hat or something down on the ground as you busk, hoping people will throw some points in there?
Oh, for sure. I'll do a flip of the on my mining pouch on the ground. I don't know. Predict it.
I'm gonna roll 3d8. This is how many silver coins you managed to come up with. 10 silver,
Not that
so
bad.
1 gold. You get 1 gold out of that. That is, you can track that on your character sheet, on your inventory. On the left-hand side, it'll have your money, and you can swap that
Hey, I
out
got
for
1 gold.
1 gold. You got 1 gold and 6 silver.
Hmm.
You're almost halfway to a tent, to a big one.
Okay. I guess I'll like. Can I attempt to barter with the guy now, just to pay half price? Give me a discount.
Give me a bartering roll. If you get a dragon, he will go half price. If you don't, he'll come down a little bit.
All right. Okay, let's try.
Do you want to push that?
Yeah. I'll be dazed. Come on. No.
Well, it's a success.
That's a success.
He says, I can come down. Three gold. You're halfway there. Another gold
Nash
and
looks
4
at
silver,
him.
and you'll have it.
Nash looks at him and says, at Lunarium, and says, "What use will you be in the forest? You sing a pretty song."
My use will be that I have a tent. Oh, I try on my way to get one.
You do not have a tent. You have half
I
a
don't.
tent.
So it was 3 gold before. Now how much is it?
No, still 3 gold. But he says you're
Still
halfway
3
there.
gold.
Nash will flick you 2 gold.
Oh, okay, cool.
Let me give you.
I would
a
not
large
like to
tent.
see your ears crisp and freeze there with your bare head in the snow.
I thank you for your generosity.
She's very ungenerously does it.
Nice. You've got your large tent at hand. It's quite large. As you can see, it takes up a large number of your inventory spots. But this beats sleeping out in the cold. And just as you purchase this, you hear the call. The caber toss will be starting in a few moments. Everyone who's interested, please come over here. And any one of you that wants to join in the caber toss is more than welcome to compete. And Gunther comes around and he sees Vbjorn talking to Lothar and Magnus and says, "Gentlemen, please, anyone who likes to lift a log may come and join." Now, where did that ogre go? I saw her talking with a bear, and he runs over and grabs Nash and Ursula and Lunarium. "Please come, throw the tree. If not, well, cheer for the others that will."
So Ursula will go over.
I will
Oh,
go
wow. That's a big tree. Well,
I'm eager to prove myself to damn ogre. It keeps on talking down to me, so I'm going to try it in my hand. The tree log throwing.
Tips
all
you
right,
backwards.
everyone huddle up. Let's have a good, fair tree tossing. May the best person win. Give the person give the next person next to you a hug.
So
Is it some kind of local ritual? Like, I look at the hugging person, always hugging.
Ursula's going to probably hold out her arms. "Bring it in here, Lunarium." Scoop him up in a big hug. To throw the caber, you will throw the log as far as you can from a line. To win, you must make a strength roll. If you roll a 3 or less, you can roll a d8, which you can add to your strength attribute to find out how far you manage to throw it. If you throw it more than 18 meters, you win. So, for an example, Arnulf has strength 14, and he takes part in the caber toss. He rolls a 2, which is below a 3. So then he gets a bonus die. He rolls a 5. So he takes his strength score of 14, adds the 5, and gets 19. It was more than 18 meters. He would win the toss, unless someone can throw it further. Who wants to participate?
Just a straight strength roll, hey?
Straight
Trying to
strength.
think how Nash could use body slam, but I don't think it would quite work. He's going for 2 silver cups. They have 1 on each ear.
Nash, do you want to throw first?
You can get a whole set.
It's like the Return of the Jedi cups I had from Burger King when I was a kid. Nice. So if you roll, let's see, is it less than 8? If you roll less than 3. No. So you got an 8 plus, what is your strength attribute?
14.
14. So you threw it 14 feet. Who wants to go next? Vibjorn?
Sure. Yeah, just roll strength.
Strength, yep.
Okay. Let's go. Oh, too bad. Can't get a dragon on that. Or demon.
Yeah, you pick it up, and as you go to throw it, it goes sideways and clatters into the crowd. You hear people screaming and shouting, and the dwarves are just laughing, just rolling on the floor laughing. Stick to axes, they cry out. What about Lothar? You saw Vibjorn struggle with this, but you did see Nash gave it a good go. Does Lothar want to throw a caber?
Oh, certainly I will give it a try.
What is your strength score?
A 15.
So you throw it a foot further than Nash did. But you see that Herleif Whaltooth, he's a human, he's in the lead, and he's cheering with every throw that falls short. Is there anyone else?
Yeah.
Lunarium, will you throw?
Yes. Let's throw.
Ooh, do you want to push that?
Might as well. I'll be scared.
You pick up the pole and you go to heave it, and it goes about 3 feet, about a meter, hits the ground, slides to a stop, and you hear audible groans.
Almost.
Ursula will go pick up the caber that went into the crowd and throw it.
Nice. You bring it back, and they're like, no, over there, that way. You toss it. Go ahead and make a strength roll.
Yeah. I will use the boon that the gods gave me for...
Nice. For making a donation.
Yep.
Oh, that 2 would
succeeded,
fantastic.
Yep.
You can push that if you want. Otherwise, it's whatever your strength score is.
You know, she's worried that she might throw it too far, so she'll become scared.
Okay. I'll let you push it since it's a competition. There's the 2. Nice. So now roll a d8 and add that to your strength score. So what is
18.
18. Okay. What about Magnus? Do you want to throw?
Oh no, my back. I don't think it would take it.
So with an 18, Ursula, you win, and Herleif Whaltooth looks at you with shock. She didn't even mean to throw it. She wasn't even competing. And
it was Bjorn loosened the lid for me.
Gunther comes over and hands you a silver cup, and I'll put that on your character sheet. Let me grab that right here. And Gunther says, tomorrow we'll have more contests. In the morning, the pole running. And you hear the Fell Centaur get excited about running. And then in the afternoon, the poetry competition. So everyone, prepare yourselves. Now, the drinking hall is open. And you see the crowds quickly rush to the drinking hall, where steins made of wood and pottery and bone are passed out to all who come to drink. 2 silver, and you can drink as much as you like until you leave the hall. But those with silver cups with trophies, you needn't pay at all. You can simply fill your cup and drink from there.
Nice.
Can I, have a couple drinks and then like sleight of hand my cup to someone else that doesn't have one, like the elf, and they can drink for free?
Give me a sleight of hand roll, and you can have a boon on this because they're not watching very, very closely.
Just think how drunk they're going to think they are to think that the elf won one of the
So, Magnus, you're handed this silver cup. Do you use it to get free drinks?
Yeah, I think Magnus almost tries to drink out of it at first, and then his eyes light up, and he's like, "Well, what a happy accident!" And he would try to take absolute advantage of that.
Nice. Now, Vabjorn, as you go in and you get your cup filled, you see those 4 dwarves eyeing you like, "He won free drinks." And they look over at Duravali. "You darn fool! We could have had free drinks."
Yeah, Bjorn will spot them and walk over and raise his silver cup.
They sit down, they've got their steins. We're grateful that you'll drink with us. Do you think you can help us in something? We're here to try to get Gunther Quarrelwort to hire the dwarves of Flamehammer to rebuild this fort. You can see the timbers are falling down. Why anyone would build anything from timber, we don't know, and stone lasts forever. Perhaps as winner of the competition, you have some sway in this.
Where would you find the stone from?
Oh, we would take it from the Jotun Mountains. Much safer than going up north to the Crooked Mountains.
That's a far trek, is it not?
It is, but they pay a premium for the travel time.
Are there not simpler jobs from... I assume you're from the Jotun Mountains?
Yes. What sort of simpler jobs do you have in mind?
It's surprising that the 4 of you traveled so far just to win the ear of the... is it Gunther?
Yes.
The headman?
Well, it's not just us. It's our people. You see, we've come upon difficult times, and one of the dwarves puts his hand on Duravali's arm and says, "No, speak not of our woes." And he says, "We're just looking for work."
I think he'll try to encourage Duravaldi. Come, friend, what's a story between 2 axe throwers? What hard times are your people facing?
Well,
perhaps we could help.
I'll tell you, but you'd best be in for a long speech. And he rises to his feet, puts his hands on his little fur vest. It begins like this. And let's go ahead and take our break right there, and we'll come back in 8 minutes for the second half.
Sweet.
I'll be back in just a few minutes.
From the evil Godman, I ignore all the signs of impending danger, because I'm a fighter and not some crappy ranger. 47 hit points and a high dexterity. 17 for strength. Kobolds are afraid of me. Crafted from numbers on living paper. I escape from the mundane to a medieval caper. While in real life, my fate is unspoken. Hero roll of the dice, and my fate is unspoken. I locate the lair, but it doesn't make much sense to me. I think that the DM might be out to get me. A hero in armor and truth. Bards tell my legacy. The flame of my torch illuminates the enemy. Again in the battle, hewing foes asunder. Deeper I venture, the deeper I wonder. The bodies pile up before me, the corpses I plunder. The deeper I venture, the deeper I wonder. Crafted from numbers on living paper. I skip from the mundane to a medieval caper. And while in real life, my fate is unspoken. Hero roll of the dice, and my fate is unspoken. I drink my last potion. I charge through the open gate. The flame of the dragon tried to seal my awful fate. With a handful of dice, 5 times I rolled 20. The dragon goes down. The DM will bloody. I leave with the princess, a satchel chock full of gold. We head to the tavern where my mighty tale unfolds. Crafted from numbers on living paper. I skip from the mundane to a medieval caper. While in real life, my fate is unspoken. Hero roll of the dice, and my fate is unspoken. The king he honored me with the mighty crossbow. It's blessed by the elves, he said. I thank him and I go. The life of a hero, struggling to stay alive. It's worth all the hardship though, 'cause now I'm a level 5. Level 5.
All right, I am back on. Go ahead and say here if you're here. Once we're all here, we'll start.
Here.
I'm
Luke
here.
is here. John's
I'm here.
here. Henrik's here.
Here.
Cross
Here.
is here. Reese is here. Is Tina back?
Yes.
Tina is here. Excellent. Let's get back into it. So, when we last left off, Duravali was preparing to give a speech. And he rises up. He lifts his cup with a hand gone knotted from old breaks that never healed right. His beard is bound in a simple iron ring, unmarked by clan runes. Aye, I'll tell it, since you've paid for the ale. But don't mistake me, this isn't a hero's song. He drinks deep, then stares into the fire, as if reading runes there. My folk were stonekeepers once. Not kings, not conquerors, just honest delvers. We held the lower halls of Grimtalon Reach, where the granite runs blue, the echoes carry true. Our forges were small, but they sang every dawn. Then came the winters that seemed to never end. And he taps his cup against the table once, twice. At first it was hunger, then it was fear, and fear calls wolves. Murmurs ripple through the crowd at that word. They came out of the high valleys, barbarians, wrapped in furs and bone charms, riding half-starved horses and laughing like men already dead. Their leader wore a helm crowned with a wolf's skull, its jaw lashed shut with iron wire. He called himself Wolf-Crowned, and he howled his orders so the mountains would hear. They didn't try to break our gates. They were more clever than that. They waited. They burned our outlying holds. They took shepherd dwarves, traders, children. They left their bodies stacked in cairns, shaped like mockeries of our runes. They vanished again into the snow. We sent word for aid, but none came. Clans argue while graves fill. When they finally struck Grimtalon itself, it wasn't steel that broke us. It was doubt. Some said Wolf-Crowned had the favor of the spirits. Others said he wore a crown taken from an old god-beast. All I know is this. When he stood before our gate, the wolves fell silent. Even the wind listened. The gate fell. The halls burned. Our forged songs ended in screams. I survived because I was hauling slag in the lower tunnels when the smoke came. When I returned, there was nothing left worth burying. Wolf-Crown took our anvil, our heart anvil, said it would sing for him now. And so I came here to Barkhold, with an empty beard ring and hands that still know the weight of a hammer. He drains his cup at last. I don't seek pity, I seek work. Coin buys steel, and steel will buy answers. And if the gods are kind or cruel enough, perhaps one day I'll hear wolves howl again, and by God I'll answer them. He sets his cup down with a final, quiet clink. How's that for a tale, Bjorn?
Yeah, Bjorn, his head is heavy at the tail, and he'll just kind of nod silently and sip from his cup. Thank you for your trust, Dravaldi. I hope the Wolf Crown finds his fate changing in the future.
Aye.
People coming back.
If you come
to
across
their-
Wolf-Crowned, you give him one for me.
Tell me, does your anvil, does it hold any magical powers?
It does. For a dwarf of our clan can craft the finest steel on that anvil. I know not if it works for others not of our kind, but it sings the song of the stone that we dwarves know well.
May it come back to you soon.
Aye, thank you. It casts a somber pall on the rest of the evening, but before long you hear the sound of laughter begin to rise up again as boasts and challenges are made throughout the night. Speaking of night, it begins to grow very cold as the wind begins to blow. The sound of music and laughter starts to fade as people go their various ways looking for a place to sleep. Now, we have no place to sleep. There's one of the locals is offering room in a barn stuffed full of hay for the price of 1 silver per night, or you're welcome to stake a tent anywhere within the palisade. Where do you spend the night? Now, Lothar, you just came across a tent, correct? As did Lunarium?
Yes, I suppose that I'll set up my tent somewhere in the palisade.
No, is it
I'll
just...
set up my tent and invite people to come. If they want to join.
So yeah, Lothar, if it's you and your dog in there, that's all there is room for. But Lunarium would have room for the rest. Do you set up tent near one another?
Sure.
Eventually, I'm going to make you guys work together. So maybe
Certainly, I plan to travel with many of these folk, and I suppose I'll stay near in case. Never know when trouble will come.
If nothing, you've seemed to draw close to Vibjorn and Magnus, and Ursula seems to love everyone. And
Yes, she'll pray to the gods of hunt and forest.
so Lothar, it takes you
Ursula.
some time, but you do get your tent set up. Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
So the prayer to the gods of hunt and forest allow me to rest in the wild without needing to roll.
Nice. So yeah, you
I
seem to be
guess I'll-
quite warm and content, just curled up. But now, Lunarium, you need to build your tent. That's a bushcraft roll. And at first it goes a little difficult, but you can push that.
Nope, not happening.
It's a very large tent, and does anyone see him struggling to get this tent up all by himself?
Yeah,
Is
I
anyone who has
think,
put up a tent by themselves, especially if it's big, you know it's not a one-man job.
Yeah, I think Magnus might volunteer to help, but maybe that was Nash.
Nash too.
Well, maybe Magnus wanders over and lends a hand. Nash, give me a bushcraft roll, and you can add a boon to that.
Ursula's getting the impression that Lunarium's not very good at
What the?
things with fingers.
How much did you guys have to drink in the beer hall? There we go. So Nash is just smashing those tent poles into the ground.
Just with their fists.
Yeah.
Bang, bang, bang.
But you do get the tent set up, and there's room for all in there. As you sleep, there's no need to keep watch. There's guards that patrol the palisade. You see no need to worry. If you want to, you can, but this is a safe place. And you could all do a full night's rest to recover conditions and whatnot. And willpower that may have been spent.
You're just lulling us into a false sense of security with these
I would
easy.
never. The next morning is the pole running contest. 10 poles have been driven into water near the pier between 2 rows of 5. The goal is to run across the poles from one pier to the other as fast as possible. This is held in rounds with 2 participants at a time competing against each other, and the winner goes on to the next round. There are a total of 8 competitors, in addition to whichever of you want to join. So, to take part in the pole running, you'll be competing against 3 opponents. Each character will make an agility roll. Any character who fails falls into the water, to the crowd's great delight. To determine who has won, subtract the character's movement from the results shown on the die. The competitor with the lowest score wins the round. So we'll do the quarterfinal round. Anyone that wants to can make an agility roll. And then if you pass, you'll subtract your movement score from it. Who wants to do the pole running?
Nash just folds her arms and just like sort of grins with her big teeth sticking out at the very thought of her on those poles. There's no way.
Oh, I'm running across on all fours.
Ooh.
Ursula does quite well. Lunarium, you hit the water with a loud splash. Ursula, subtract your movement from 7. Lothar, subtract your movement from 16.
-9.
-9? What is Lothar's?
It would be down to a 2.
So -9, that will pull you into the quarterfinal. Anyone else want to participate?
Lothar, or not Lothar, Bjorn, just watches and cheers.
So let's put we'll put Lothar in one bracket and Ursula in the other. So do another agility roll, and you're going up against Lothar's going up against Buri, and subtract your score from that.
Be a -3.
And Buri, who you're going up against, fails. So Buri falls in the water. And Ursula, what did you get?
-12.
-12. And you are going up against, he has agility 8. Ooh, 3 -7. So you narrowly beat this person out. So Lothar, you advance, as does Ursula. So now it's the semi-final. It's the two of you against Lofnir. And then there will be the final, will be 2 players. So do it one more time, agility rolls, and I'll roll for Lofnir. Nice. How about Ursula? And subtract your movement scores. I think Ursula probably got that one.
That's -3 again.
-10.
And Lofnir falls in the water. Okay, so it's going to be Ursula against Valadria, the forest elf. So this is the final round. Valadria will go first on her light feet. She dances across the poles, and she gets a 9 -14, so -5. Can Ursula beat that? Otherwise, the frost elf Valadria will win. You need to beat a -5.
-1.
It was so close to a 7.
That was close.
Yeah.
Valadria wins, but you probably give her the biggest congratulatory hug of everyone.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Ursula gives her a hug, puts her on her shoulders. Oh wait, I was supposed to ask first. Can I put you on my shoulders?
Oh yes, please do.
So put her on my shoulders. We have matching silver cups now.
Ooh, and she clinks her cup with yours as you parade her around the pier. Later that afternoon, the poetry competition is set to begin. A temporary stage has been set up where competitors can perform their own works or well-known works by famous poets. The participant who impresses the judges the most will be declared the winner, to great applause from the crowd. To do this, you make a skill roll for performance. If you roll 3 or less, you will win the competition. Anyone want to compete in the poetry competition?
I think Nash will bloody-mindedly do some sort of ogre poem about blood and killing and dying, but nobody's going to understand it because she's doing it in ogre.
In ogre.
Mm-hmm.
You see one of the fell centaur grow pale. I speak ogre.
Yeah,
Bjorn will.
Yeah.
What about Magnus? Are you going to participate in this one?
Was this the running or the what?
This is performance. This is the poetry competition.
The poetry. Yeah. He liked the sound of that last time.
So anyone who wants to compete in the poetry competition can make a performance roll. If you roll a 3 or less.
Yeah,
Not pushing.
Not pushing.
She knows no one's going to like it.
Your ogre poetry doesn't rhyme. It doesn't have meter. It sounds like German, like really harsh German language.
Yeah.
And people are
There's
just
a lot of
very
spittle,
off-put.
you know.
Hey.
The Bjorn.
Oh, dragon!
The Bjorn, you win another cup. What is your poem or epic story about?
Yeah, he was practicing this one on children last night, just to get some information, and he uses a tale about the time he lost his hand, and I actually have this written out. So he says, "Word warrior wandered, winter's wild woods, beastbane waiting, broad-backed, white, steel sting sharply, claws carved crimson." Teeth tore terribly through courage and flesh. And then when he says that, he'll hold up his hand, but it's just a stump with a little kind of wooden screw on the end of it.
I think I have a picture. Let me see if I can find a picture of this.
Yeah, this is from the Discord. One of the Dragonbane challenges had a thing for lost limbs.
So this is the stump, and
then
this is
kind of hides his hand in his cloak and says, "Blood beat, thundered, he broke his broken hand hanging, yet song stayed strong till the slayer fell. Maimed he rose, wrath sated, a trophy taken, a hand for a claw, the balance paid." And he pulls out his bear paw, except it's a white bear paw.
Imagine that being white.
Yeah.
And everyone just explodes with applause. And Gretel Songheart, who was this year's favorite, she comes over and hands you the cup with tears in her eyes and says, "Bravo, sir. That was so good."
Bjorn kind of is laughing and cheering with the crowd that's applauding him, but he'll eye over to Ursula with a little kind of timid look. Later on, he may go talk to her about his feelings on Bearkin.
Yeah, how does Ursula take seeing this bear paw?
Well, the question is it a bear paw or is it a bearkin paw? If it's a bear paw, I don't really care. If it's a bearkin paw, we're gonna have issues.
Yeah, but I think later on he'll come and explain, Lady Bear, this beast was not ascended like your kind. It was life or death. I hope you do not take offense.
There will be 2 more competitions this day.
I mean, I would have seen it on the boat, so I already knew it wasn't really a bearkin paw. And he wants to be more bear-like. Can you blame him?
No.
2 more competitions, cries out Gunther Quarrelwart. Belt wrestling. Both competitors are given a broad leather belt to wear. They take hold of their opponent's belt to make sure they have a good grip, and then do their best to not let go. When the match starts, the winner is the first to throw their opponent to the ground. Lifting, throwing, and hooking the opponent's leg are the only moves that are allowed. So kind of like sumo wrestling. And then the last prize, or the last event. Well, it's a surprise, but you're going to love it. It's going to be fantastic. Now, anyone that's interested in the belt wrestling, please line up over here. And he points off in a distant direction when the crowd begins to quickly mill that way. Does anyone go out for the belt wrestling?
Nash. I think she could body slam during this.
Join. I'm willing to participate in anything.
If you want to do the belt wrestling, you'll need to make this is an open opposed brawling roll. So you'll make a brawling roll, and so will the other party. And if you get a tie, you re-roll. And whoever succeeds and gets the lowest roll will win.
Can I use body slam for this?
Yes.
Excellent.
So, Lunarium,
So
you're going against Olaf the blacksmith. Let me roll for Olaf. You beat Olaf, Lunarium. And then, Nash, you're going to go against Thorgrim. He's a retainer, a hired mercenary to keep watch over the camp.
Alrighty. Where is my... I think I've just casted it twice, so I'll have to put some will points back on. So I've still got to do a brawling roll, right?
Yes. I'll give you a boon because you're doing the slam, so
Right.
I'll let you...
I'll do a second one.
6 is
just in
good, but yeah,
case.
roll that again, just in case.
Oh, so close.
So we'll take the 6, and your opponent, Thorgrim, he gets a 2. He picks you up, and he throws you down.
Oh, this is so undignified.
6, 7.
As the wolf, my character's gonna laugh at Nash and be like, "Huh, right, useless, huh, in the wild, right?"
No, Lunarium, you know it's not about size, it's leverage. It's leverage that wins this. You've probably studied books on physics and you know, you get lower and get the fulcrum and you can do this. But now you have
Lower the center body of mass.
you have to put it into action against Thorgrim. So now you'll go up against Thorgrim, make another brawling roll.
Nope.
Oh, that was close to 2.
You can push that. Thorgrim
Roll a 15.
So Thorgrim also did not pass. So since it's an open roll, you're going to roll again. But you can... Okay, but you pushed your roll. You succeed. You end up throwing Thorgrim. Maybe you trip his legs and knock him right down. You're now in the final against Grish. Grish is a wolfkin, and he looks at you, and he holds out his hand to shake hands before the match starts. From one to another.
Is he one of the ones that was he the one of the ones that glared at me while I was giving out the performance stories and stuff?
He is.
I'm going to clear back at him this time. I'm not going to shake his hand.
Ooh, the crowd begins to kind of murmur like, ooh, bad blood, bad blood. And Grish says, grab my belt. Do your best. But know this, our quarrel does not end here. And make another brawling roll.
I wouldn't do it. No!
Oh, so close.
Can I push it?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, you can push it.
Oh, okay. How do I do that? Why?
Just roll brawling again. Since you succeeded, it won't let you push it. Take a condition and then roll brawling.
Okay. No, it got worse. Oh,
no,
well.
He picks you up and slams you down to the ground. And he stands over you and he squats. It looks like he's going to help you up, but he actually urinates on your leg.
I charge over and knock him off.
Nice. As you knock him off, he stands up and snarls and begins to rise up, his hands forming claws. And then Gunther steps in and says, Now, here's the cup to our winner. And he puts himself between Nash and Grish and says, Go on, you won. Free drinks, go. And he turns and looks at Nash and says, I think you might have solved a serious problem just now. Thank you very much for that.
I just grunt. And the other hand, I just pick up Lunarium, and dust him off.
Nice.
Dust the snow off him.
I'm too embarrassed to talk at the moment. I've been
No, I said that was impressive. I see that you are, in fact, a good companion for the wilds.
Now, how does the rest of you all, seeing the treatment of Lunarium, how does that sit with you all? You just saw him get not only beat, but get urinated on.
So Ursula's going to start scritching Grish behind the ears.
Okay.
Which I'm sure is going to embarrass him.
Oh yeah.
And then I'll start rubbing his ribs to see if he starts scratching himself with his hind legs.
His leg comes up in kind of a reflexive kick. Stop it! Knock it off! Don't do that! Don't do that! And then he skitters away from you and runs a few steps and turns and looks at you like, what the hell? What are you doing?
You don't have to embarrass people to embarrass them.
No. All right. Look, go tend to your friend. He smells bad now. As this happens, a juggler stands before Magnus. and catches your eye. And this juggler says, "Oh, sir, watch. See if your eyes can follow this." And give me an awareness roll, Magnus.
Oh dear. I'll push it. Might as well.
Okay. Ooh. So as you're watching, you're enthralled by this, and then you feel something at your side, and you reflexively reach your hand back and grab the wrist of a young boy who was trying to pick your pocket.
I think Magnus would like lean back from him and then just kind of like let him go and then laugh like, "You picked the wrong mark, friends. I've barely anything to my name, but good try."
And the boy skitters off, and when you turn back around, the juggler is gone as well.
Keep that one in mind.
Yes, Magnus would share the dudes. Watch the jugglers. They're a little tricksy, but relatively harmless. Or
the fell centaur Feratos. This is the one that did the lifting contest with Ursula. He comes up and says, "All right, I know how I can beat you. A beer drinking contest. If you refuse, then my prejudices are confirmed, and I will mock you for your weakness. If you agree, know that I will win, but you will earn my respect. What say you?"
wait, who's he talking to?
To Ursula. To Reese.
I mean, I've got so many advantages on you. Very stomach. I come from a long line of alcoholics. I just, I don't think it'd be fair. I generally do different types of recreational relaxation. That's why I'm going to go look for herbs with the ogre.
And Feratos stumps off, mumbling under his breath.
Ursula really doesn't care what this guy thinks about her. So
The headsman, Gunther Quarrelwort, is handing out ribbons for local livestock contests when a confused whisper begins to spread through the crowd. There's a tall man standing at the edge of the forest behind the spectators. He's armed for battle and holding a great spear. He says nothing, but simply blows a loud blast on a horn he is holding in his other hand. The trees behind him begin to sway, and the ominous sound of breaking branches can be heard. Something very large is making its way through the trees, and everyone in the crowd stands, as if turned to stone. The next moment, a giant wolf emerges from the trees. And this is no normal wolf, but massive. It's followed by a large group of warriors clad in black. The man with the spear jumps onto the wolf's back and blows another blast on the horn, as if to signal an attack. The wolf charges forward, followed closely by the warriors, who let out a terrible battle cry. This triggers absolute chaos in the crowd. And I'm going to pull some figures onto the map. Let me get there's the Godwolf. And we've got some warriors.
Suddenly the idea of a stone wall sounds better.
And right there. Alright, I'm going to pull us all into combat, and then I'll describe what happens before we start.
Well, at least we don't have to worry about kill stealing. There's plenty of kills for us to do.
Alright, let me reset our initiative deck. There we go. You're all welcome to go ahead and draw initiative. To do that, you'll go on the toolbar on the right-hand side. There's 2 crossed swords. Click on that and you'll see a list of all the combatants. And next to your name, there'll be a hand of cards. Click on the cards and it will draw an initiative card for you.
Next to me.
And if you need, I can draw it for you.
Oh, there. That's it.
Perfect. Okay. So... Oh, of course the dog goes first. Let me kind of describe what happens. So, many of the spectators here in town are unarmed, and they flee in all direction. The headman, Gunther Quarrelward, orders a full retreat. Everyone, take refuge in the fort! And some of his braver retainers rush forward to try and defend the general retreat. A Faratos, the centaur that had challenged Ursula to a drinking contest, rushes forward, and the wolf grabs him in its great jaws and flings him into the forest with terrifying force. The spectators begin to trample one another in their haste to get into the fort. Let me get us some combat music. And dog can go first.
Lothar will switch with his dog.
Alright, Lothar, you are up first.
Well, seeing such a great wolf, Lothar will knock an arrow and prepare to try and scare the beast off, though he doesn't think he has much chance of defeating it.
Yeah, even to look upon this beast is absolutely terrifying. Nice. Good damage with that attack. Ursula, you're up. Oh, and you can move if you want, Lothar. And then Ursula, you're up next.
I'll trade with Lunarium.
Trade with Lunarium.
Yeah, Lunarium's the bard, right?
The scholar, yeah.
Oh, so Vebjorn's the bard.
Yeah, Vebjorn told the poem. He's the
All
skald.
right, so yeah, I'll trade with the skald.
Vebjorn, you are up. Ooh, inspiring verse. Is your microphone muted, John, if you're talking?
Oh, it was. Sorry.
No problem.
Yeah. Yeah, I was saying he'll. I was mentioning in the chat to Cross about the action HUD.
Yeah, the HUD at the bottom left is super useful.
And then, yeah, Bjorn will call out in an inspiring verse. Strangers stood fast against the storm wolf's shadow. Steel struck together, circle unbroken, till wolf blood warmed the world once more. And he gives everyone of his allies a boon, or they can heal a condition of their choice.
Nice.
Ooh.
And I don't think that's Is that an action, Brandon? I don't know if
Yeah,
that's an
so
action.
I think
It is? Okay.
to do inspiring verse
Okay.
in action.
Right, and then he'll kind of try to hurry some of the children that he told his story to towards the cabin, and get in between them. I don't think how much movement do I have. I can move once more. I'll move right about there, and that's my turn.
All right. The Black Shield. This one back here will move. And he's going to move 5 squares. So he'll double move and move 10. I got to get that weird music off here. The autumn market. There we go. All right, let me get this guy moving. Right there. And then the Godwolf. Now the Godwolf, on his turn, he will grab a one of the frost elves that was near this part of the palisade, and it bears down on him with both paws and just begins to rip and rend, and you see great chunks of flesh and limbs go flying off as the Godwolf destroys one of the locals here for the market. This Black Shield, he will come and scale the wall. These guys don't want to move. I'll get to right there. Nash, your turn.
I think Nash is going to move forward as well. I think I can get 10 squares. It's telling me meters, but...
So yeah, every square is 2 meters in this game.
Right, so I can go a little bit further if I want to, but I think I'll hang out with my mate there, and I'm going to... I'm trying to work out what's the best thing to do. Can I try casting in... I don't know if I can entangle the Godwolf, but I thought I could maybe stop a Black Shield, and I'm going to say, quickly, into the fort to everybody. You are too puny to be out here. And
yeah,
shall I try casting?
It won't work on monsters, but it will work on the Black Shields.
It'll work on the Black Shields, so let me try and target. I'm out of practice here. Okay.
Nice.
Succeeded. So I'm just trying to stop the closest ones from getting to the townsfolk.
So he needs to make an evade roll with a boon.
You can also take off that condition, Tina, if you wanted to lose the... I don't know if you already lost the condition for the inspiring verse.
No, I've still got a boon. I could also cast it at a higher level so that he can't do it with he can't save with the boon.
Yeah, so if you cast it at level 2, there's no boon. If you cast it at level 3, then he gets a bane.
No, I think I'll just let him roll, because
Nope, he is held. Nice.
Okay.
So let me mark him as stuck here. He is restrained. Perfect. And then Black Shield number 5.
Where's Sir Cornelius when we need him?
I know, right? He could hold this off.
Good.
Black Shield number 1. Alright, he'll move 5. Nope, not that guy. And he will attack. No, he will not. He'll double move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Almost to Vibjorn. The Godwolf will again tear into two more of the folk here. These were simple merchants that were trying to protect their wares. If they had been robbed or damaged, it would be their entire livelihood, but now their entire lives are over as the Godwolf bites them repeatedly and drops their broken bodies onto the ground. Lunarium.
Is that a balustrade, like baluster on here?
No.
Over here?
Nope. It is not. There are no offensive weapons here in this fort.
Okay. In that case, I'll move back, and I'll double move back to the.
Perfect.
Not much of a fighter. Yeah,
So
I guess I'll move.
So you
I'll move
can
12,
move,
right?
Yeah, you can move 6 squares, or you can double move, and it would be 12, and that's your action for the round.
What I'll do is can I do like a beast or
Yeah.
let me see what my skills. Yeah, I
Um,
want to just basically
So like a
see if
beast
I can
lore on the Godwolf, or like to determine.
on the Godwolf.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the Godwolf.
Yep, go ahead.
Yeah.
Make a beast lore roll. No.
Damn, that was a good idea.
Great idea.
Well,
You can. You've still got. You can. So that's not your action. That's just like, do I know what this is? You still have an action, or you can move again.
yeah, I'll move again back to the fort, I guess.
Yeah, and you hear Gunther saying, "Hurry, everyone, to the fort!" So you can move another 6.
Somewhere like.
Up to 24, yeah. You can right to there. You can go. Perfect. Black shield number 4. He will move in. Ursula.
All right, so seeing these people invade here is really not something Ursula enjoys. And she's not all hugs. She's going to come up to this one, and she's going to bonk him
Nice.
with her hammer.
Bonk away.
You got a boon.
Oh, lucky for the boon.
Yep, excellent. Roll damage. Good hit. Let me apply the damage here.
And she's getting as many people behind her and getting between these guys and the innocents as she can, and lets out a ferocious bear roar.
Nice. This black shield will come across, scaling up on top of the wall. This one will sprint over, and you notice when you hit that black shield, he had a open helm and studded leather. He can get to there, but he can't attack. But he does move up, and this
So
one.
So he didn't take much of that.
Nope, he took 5.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, Magnus the Illustrious.
Yeah, so illustrious. I think when he sees the overwhelming numbers, he definitely determines he's going to flee. But before he does that, he will help a little.
Yeah, you see people running towards the fort, and you know that is probably your best chance to survive.
Fingers crossed.
Oh, nice.
Perfect. I was hoping that would work. It's a good way to introduce the spell.
Yeah, so tell us what this does.
It's so nobody would really even see what's happening, but it just for this opponent. Oops, I accidentally rolled it again for some reason. I was trying to read the description.
Make
It's because
sure
I'm
that-
holding control down, right?
That may have just cost you willpower, so make sure you.
Oh,
put some
yeah,
willpower
yeah.
back on.
That did. Thank you.
Yeah.
So the spell, it just in his mind's eye, he sees somebody attacking him. I like to think he just summoned somebody who looks quite a lot like Vebjorn. So he just sees a second weapon striking at him, and probably, it looks like it's a pretty hefty. I don't know if damage or armor applies to this.
I think it
doesn't
does because
specify.
he believes that his
Yeah.
armor would apply, but
so-
you see blood spill out.
Right. So yeah, he's clearly taken some kind of trauma. He also has to roll an int roll to see if he wastes his next turn attacking this thing.
No, he
I
sees
think
it
he-
for what it is.
He sees it for what it is, but it does hurt him quite a bit.
Yeah.
I like the idea that nobody has any idea what just happened, but yeah, that hurt.
Yeah, in fact, it's almost like he sees a spear, and he raises up his arm and jolts back, feeling pain in his chest, but there was nothing there. And then you can move. Dog.
Lothar will point and whistle towards where Nash is and send his dog over to help guide people towards the fortress.
The Black Shield, number 3. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, down. Let's see, down. That's the bottom of that. So round 2. We redraw initiative cards. Lothar, you are up first.
Does Vebjorn, does that bonus still apply, or does he want to go first again?
I think it just applies once.
Yep.
So I could, yeah, definitely.
Is it if you want to go first, or is it until your next turn? I know that's how it works
think-
with the bard.
Yeah, I think it's. Let me read. This is. To the next roll, yeah. So it's to which one they used it. So I guess it's something to kind of track if you've used it or not.
So, Tina, that should be the right side toolbar, the 2 crossed swords. You don't see it?
No.
Yeah.
It's just opening it up, like in the chat, and I can see it. But it used to be we had a little box that would pop up, but
Oh, can you right click it?
Yeah,
'Cause
right
that
click on
opens
the
up the
swords
window.
that'll pop out
Yeah.
onto the screen.
right.
to a box.
Gotcha. Thank you. Oh, there it is. Thank you.
So, Lothar, you want to trade with Vebjorn?
If Vebjorn wants to, yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Vebjorn, you are up.
Yeah, he'll continue to chant inspiringly in his skaldic verse and use that. So everyone can again lose a condition or roll with advantage.
And then you can move. You'll have to make an evade roll to move away from an enemy.
How is his evade? Not cutter. Cutter. Oh, his evade's not too bad. Yeah, I think he'll.
You get your own advantage on that?
Oh yeah. Probably.
Might be
I'll
worthwhile.
hastily retreat here. I've got only 10 meters. And he will continue to usher folks with Gunther and the evade incoming with a boon. Not 2 boons.
Nice. Oh, didn't even need the boon, but you got it. You get away without taking any damage. This one here will begin to rush the crowd. He moves up to here and begins to butcher this person standing here. just blows them down with his weapon. He's got a broadsword in his hand and just begins to hack and cleave at them. Dog, it's your turn.
Just so I'm clear, where is the fortress? Like, is that the large building in the center, I'm assuming?
Yeah, you want to get up these little wooden steps here to get into the building.
Okay, well, then I'm just going to have Lothar's dog will just continue to guide people in that direction.
Okay. Black shield number 7. And will attack Ursula.
So this.
And comes in with broadsword. A swinging. And that's a hit. Now, Ursula, you've not acted. You can use your action to evade or parry, or you can take the hit. But it will cost you your action if you want to do that.
Yep.
Okay, you take
I'll
the
take
hit.
Ouch. Okay.
Ooh, you're hit for
Got
10,
it.
and then subtract your armor from that.
Yep.
All right, Lunarian.
I like to use my heroic ability to like ask you, is there anything in town that's available to basically damage, like gear off them? Is that possible?
I mean, there's fire pits here and there where people have fire. You could try and spread fire, as long as it doesn't hinder the retreat, or you could also just help lead people to safety. There's a lot of innocent people here.
Yeah, I'd like to spread some fire.
Okay.
How do I do that, I guess?
For this, I won't even need to have you make a roll, but let's say there's some fire over here at this building. If you move down to there, you could grab a few flaming logs, and there's probably some hay that's been laid down, some dry straw that would be very flammable. You could spread it around to try and build some sort of wall that might keep the black shields at bay.
Okay. I'll go there and do that.
Okay.
So what do you say it was?
So there's a little cabin looking building down here would have some. There's this building here would have some. There's this building here that has black shields next to it, or this one here. So the one you're at's probably your best. So you could grab some hay and a flaming log, and then you could double move to where you want to. It would take you an action to pick up stuff, but you could use the rest of your movement. You've moved 8 squares, so you could move the rest of your movement. Yeah. Right there. Perfect. But now you've got an armload of flammable hay and a burning log. The Godwolf will move into town. And he is just biting, snapping, and destroying everything within his reach. Once he gets close enough, he'll start attacking you all. Lothar.
How many more merchants and innocents are there not making their way towards the fortress?
Right now, pretty much everyone is running towards the fortress. There's a few guards that are engaged with other black shields. I haven't put them on the map, but these are all the ones that you're essentially responsible for. The rest of them are engaged with the retainers that have decided to risk their own lives to see that others can make the fort. By round 4 is when everyone will be in the fort that's going to be able to make it in. If you continue to assist people by round 3, which is the next round. You do have your dog helping people, but if a few of you are helping move people in, and that would just be by moving to the fort, you're helping bring people in, then everyone will be in by the end of, or by the start of round 3.
Well, I suppose I'll try and slow down the black shields then.
And you could make a fighting retreat. Oh, good shot. Ooh, excellent damage. Okay, how do you take out that black shield?
An arrow straight through the eye.
Nice. He hits the ground and drops instantly. You still have movement left, Lothar. And then this black shield is restrained. He's going to try to break free. It's an evade roll. He gets a boon.
Yeah.
Yes, he breaks free, but that costs him his turn. So he's going to be lagging behind. And Nash, you're up.
Nash is going to come forward and body slam the one that's with Ursula.
Nice.
And she's going to say, Ursula! We gotta go! Oh, I might take a boon on that too. Which I forgot to do. Or I'll leave it. So.
Alright, so Body Slam does 2d6 plus your damage bonus.
Mm-hmm.
What is your strength damage bonus? Is plus d4, so 2d6 plus 1d4.
Yeah, I'm just reminding myself how to do this. I should know.
At the bottom of the chat, there's pictures of dice. You can do 2 of the squares and 1 of the triangles, and then just hit roll.
Oh! I was typing it in.
Or you can type it in. Either way works. 13.
Good one.
Nice. Let's see. Minus. He's got 3 armor. Okay, how do you take him out?
Oh, excellent. Oh, well, you know, Nash, she just crashes into him and beats him with her giant ogre fists. And then she's, if she's got any movement left, she's going to head towards the entrance to the fort.
Yeah, you do have 1, 2, 3. No, actually, you don't have any movement left.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you're only 3 squares.
She's not afraid, but she's intelligent enough to know that that's not something she's going to fight.
Right. Not yet, anyway.
Mm-hmm. Hint, hint.
Hint, hint, hint. This guy comes up, and he's moving closer into town. He's got his eye on Magnus. Ursula.
So Ursula's got like a cut on her arm now where this guy hit her. And she's like, you're not the only ones that can tear things up. And she's going to bite this guy in half.
Oh, okay.
Go,
You get a boon on this from Vibjorn.
So, bites. Yes. So that's 1 willpower. It goes to brawling.
Woohoo! 2d8 piercing damage.
What's my streak bonus?
Yep.
Yeah, not very much.
Does 8. He takes 5. Not quite bit him in half, but it hurt a little.
That's fine. And she'll she's gonna move down here, try to get this guy's attention too.
Okay. All right. We've got this guy up here. 1, 2, 3. He's got to go after Nash. Nash, he comes in with a broadsword, leveled at you.
Oh. 3.
Nice. And misses.
She gnashes her teeth at him and scares him.
All right, Magnus.
Oh, yeah, I think at this point Magnus is trying to get the crowd orderly and get it moving quickly, just get everybody to the fort, which is just him double moving, I guess.
Yeah. But you are taking people, you got your arms out, kind of herding people towards the fort. All right, this black shield. 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5. He'll be right here by Nash, and he's going to go after Nash as well. But he tries to topple you.
Ah!
And fails.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. Alright, this guy on the roof, he's going to come down to here, and the Godwolf. Godwolf's going to move over to the fort and start chomping on some of the brave soldiers who have stayed back to try and stop this tide so people could get into the fort. And you just see him rending and tearing, and he reaches down with one forepaw and pins a man's legs to the ground, reaches its great head down and rips and pulls, just severing the man in half, while the man riding on top of the Godwolf drives a spear deep into the chest of another one. Black shield number 9, he will jump down. And we're at round 3. The end of this round, everyone will be in the fort that can get into the fort. Lunarian. You want to spread fire?
Oh, yeah. I want to spread fire, so can I want to spread fire to this one.
Okay, so starting right there? Or from where you were to there?
No, starting from there. Yeah, starting from there.
Okay, where do you want to go to? Move your token and I'll draw a line there.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, I'll start from there and do another full movement. Yes. Somewhere 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, here.
I didn't see that. Ping that again.
How do I?
Oh, right there.
Yeah,
got
right
it.
Right there. Yeah.
So I'm going to draw a line here. So it's white, but that's fire right there.
Okay.
Perfect. And then Lothar.
I will ready another arrow.
Okay. Thought that was going to be a demon for a second. Okay. Deal damage. The Godwolf. Alright, I'm going to roll a monster attack for the Godwolf. Terrible howl. The Godwolf lets out a blood-chilling howl. Everyone within 100 meters must make a will roll with a bane to avoid being struck by fear. So that's everyone. So you'll make a will roll with a bane, otherwise you are struck by fear. Magnus is good. Vibjorn is good. Ursula and Lothar, not so much. Oops, Lunarium just did a round rest. You're not able to do that. That will cost you your action for the turn. Ursula failed, and Lothar failed. What about Magnus? You made it. So Ursula and Lothar. Here is the fear result. Wild Panic. You will flee the scene as fast as you can. On your next turn, you must dash away from the source of your fear, which is the Godwolf. You make another will roll on each subsequent turn to stop running and act normally again. Vibjorn.
That may be the only way
To get out of here.
Get out of there.
that I survived this encounter. Yeah.
Yep.
What about the Black Shields? Are they afraid?
No, they are used to the Godwolf.
Bjorn sees Nash falling behind to protect Ursula and is wondering how to help them out. I could continue to spout poetry, or I could throw an axe at this Black Shield. But you'd still have another Black Shield beside you. I think the boon might be the best.
Be better, because Nash may need it on an evade roll.
An evade, yeah. When you have two enemies, do you have to make two evades, or is it just a single one?
I just do one evade.
Yeah. Okay. I will say some grand tale in short verse around how retreating to fight another day is sometimes the better path, and we'll continue to. There's maybe a child that had fallen in the snow and was unhelpfully scrambling on their feet, and I pick her up and throw her over my shoulders.
Nice. Well, Nash may just have to take some hits and hope she survives. Black Shield. This one is going after Ursula. And this one will come at you with a broadsword. Oh, that is a miss. Alright, Nash, you need to run, so you need to make an evade roll. But you do get a boon.
I don't know if she would.
Well, you have to. You have to flee in Wild Panic.
No, Nash
I
succeeded.
Oh, did you succeed? Oh.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, it was Ursula. Okay, never mind. It was Ursula.
And I've actually still got 2 boons there. I haven't used the other one yet because I don't need it. But, so to get out of range of these 2, she's got to evade, right? Yep.
You'd have to make an evade roll, and then you could double move if you want to sprint back towards that fire. That'll keep them funneled so they can only get in one way. Keep them from rushing the fort.
I think this might be Nash's last stand, because she's not going to get to the fort in one round. She's too slow. So I think she's going to... Now, she's going to body slam one of these guys. Maybe... Hang on a minute. Here. She's going to body slam him, and she might... Let me think. Let me just have a look here. So she's going to body slam that guy. Why are you not rolling? Hang on a minute. Yes.
There we go.
Brawling. She's like, Ursula, you must live to bear hug another day.
Oh no. Do you push it?
She's angry. Oh, then she loses her intelligence roll. Alright.
But did she want to use any of the boons?
Oh, she could use the boon. Alright, I will use a boon. Sorry, everybody. Brawling.
There we go.
Thank you.
Much better. 2d6 plus 1d4. And you're targeting the one just above you?
Yeah, the one to my right, because it's closer to Ursula.
Oh, got it. 11.
I'd go for the one that's on Ursula, but I can't, so...
Very bloodied, but not down. You've still got movement. If you want to move, you could make an evade roll, or you can stand your ground.
I will make an evade roll now, but I will come down towards Ursula
Okay.
if I can get away.
If you fail this, you'll get one of them will attack you because you'll still be engaged with the one you
All right,
just
I
hit.
will use my boon for my extra boon for this.
Oof.
Well, at least you got the boon. Do you push it?
Yeah. I'm disheartened because I think I'm about to die. I'm never going to get those herbs I wanted.
Oh, well, you get a dragon.
All right.
All right.
So,
Go ahead
Get
and
that.
move.
all right, I'm coming down towards Ursula, but I can go past her and carry on, maybe.
Yes. In fact, with a dragon, I'll let you double move if you want to.
Excellent. Okay.
Yeah, get out of here. Ursula can take care of herself.
All right. I've targeted myself now.
Not a good portent for things that are to come.
No. Can you move me, please, Brandon?
Yeah, let's get you moved.
Thank you.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I'll never forgive you if you die now.
All right, this black shield, he comes up here, kind of where the Godwolf is, and he's begins to loot some of these buildings. This one here,
Bit premature, sir.
he is going to.
He's got Ursula right next to him.
Oh,
Come on.
yep, there's Ursula right there. All right, he comes up to Ursula.
Yeah.
I didn't see you there. Broadsword.
I'm gonna take their attacks, and then I'm gonna evade the hell out of here. We'll be fine.
All right, you taking the damage?
I'm afraid I can't do anything but run.
Okay.
So 7, got it.
This one, he is running down here to raid and pillage there. This one will move down. Actually, no, he's going to go after Nash. And he can get to right there. And this one, seeing that, that Ursula is surrounded, he's going to move down to pillage.
Bring it on! Get your black shield ass up here.
The Godwolf begins to move towards Nash. Up here to the side of the building, there's an archer up there that's been firing down, and the man on the back of the wolf hurls a spear and takes the archer out. Ursula, you're up.
Ursula's pissed. I'll take the evade.
Okay.
Take the boon on my evade.
Take the boon. Oh, with the 3. Oh, no.
Yeah.
I got a boon, right?
That was with the boon?
Yeah, that was
I have 2 banes. I have the chainmail and I'm dazed.
Oh no.
And now I'm disheartened. Yeah, didn't make it. So you got 2 attacks on me.
All right. First guy.
And I moved 16, so let me know if you drop me.
Hopefully they miss.
We'll see. He didn't miss.
He didn't miss.
And the next one?
Let's see what his damage is.
Sure.
Oh, that probably dropped you.
The next one?
The next one. Hopefully we don't kill you outright. The next one. That's a miss.
All right. So put me back.
And then you drop.
Yeah, I was at 1.
Oof. Okay. And black shield number 5, seeing you drop, He will move up with the Godwolf. Magnus.
Well, I mean, he's pretty well at the fort now. I suppose he could come back out and try to keep ushering people in.
Or you can just move up to the doors of the fort, and then you're effectively out of the combat.
Fair.
This black shield he is looting. Dog.
Lothar's dog will continue to head towards the fort.
So at this point, the end of this round, which is right now, everyone that can escape will be at the fort. So now it's time to get out of dodge. Alright, round 4. Black shield number 1. He's going to move kind of up towards the fire. Let's see, Magnus, you're out of the combat. You're inside trying to calm people. Let's go to the next. Let's see, Black Shield. I'm going to just remove some of these guys from the initiative that are not really doing much here. This guy's out of initiative. Alright. This Black Shield, he's going to come over here and loot some of the silver that's been laid out here. The Godwolf will do an attack. Jaws of Death. The Godwolf grabs an opponent in its jaws and drags them along the ground for 20 meters. They take 3d8 bludgeoning and cannot take any actions other than trying to free themselves, which requires a successful strength roll. They will continue to drag the victim along the ground in each round until they escape or die. Nash, this is you unless you spend your action to try to evade
roll
this.
Under a 3.
I believe in you.
I will try to evade. Because she would. Nope.
Do you push
it real good.
Push it real good.
Almost got the dragon.
Yeah. She's just burying her teeth at it. She's become so angry. She's like, I will never get to see my herbs.
Oh, Nash, you take 11 points of damage minus your armor.
I don't have any armor. And I have 12 hit points altogether.
So you're down to 1 and you're being dragged.
I'm down to 1. Yeah.
Black Shield.
Me!
He will, now that you're in the grip of the Godwolf, the good news is the Black Shield will leave you alone. And he's going to move up kind of towards Bjorn, but not quite there. Nash, you took your turn to try to evade. Bjorn.
I did.
Can I... Let's see, hold on a second.
We might lose 2 characters in the first session.
Got
Huzzah!
ranged.
Those 2 characters the first session. I will keep
This is a very good introduction to
Dragonbane.
Dragonbane, I must say.
Don't get too attached.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm trying to... Oh, there it was. Trying to see if I've got range. Okay, yeah. Is it possible... I might delete these. There it goes. Is it possible to throw my
Hand axe
at the nose of this Godwolf to get it to let its grip loose on Nash?
Oh, that's so brave.
I love that, and it is brave. So if you succeed, it will open its mouth to snarl, and Nash will fall out.
Yeah.
Okay. I will. He's got quite the arm. Target. We'll throw. No boons. No nothing else. Okay. Roll. Let's see.
I thought that was a demon. All right, roll damage. Nice.
And with that, he sets the child down and runs behind her to get about, I think, this far.
Nice.
Oh, he didn't go bloody?
No. The Godwolf did not go bloody. Lothar, you're up.
I'm afraid, but can I still fire at the Godwolf?
No, you have to flee. You can make a will roll, and if you succeed, then you can fire. Yeah. Nice, roll damage. Nice. Your arrow drives deep into there as you sprint towards the hall. Black shield. Ursula is down. He will move on. I'm actually going to take him out of combat. He's effectively a non-issue at this point. We're just trying to see if Ursula and Nash can survive. Ursula, it's your turn. You need to make a death roll, but you can also try to rally yourself.
So I rally.
You rally. You are up on your feet. Now give me that death roll.
You.
Nice. Oh, give me a constitution roll to see if you suffer a severe injury.
Sure.
This is Luke's favorite.
Indeed.
Nice.
As long as she's not been kicked in the crotch, we're all good.
The crushed genitals or whatever it was in Vason.
But
The Godwolf, having seen Bjorn do that, it's actually going to charge at Bjorn. It's not going to be able to get there. The fire's going to cause it trouble. Let me have it make a roll. This wolf does not like the fire. If it gets lower than a 14... Oh, yep. He leaps over the fire and gets to a position not quite to Vibjorn, but he gets him right about here. Well,
is he still dragging me along?
No, he dropped you because Vibjorn threw his hand axe. Dog. Dog is if Dog wants to be safe, Dog can be safe.
Yes, Lothar's dog is probably already inside the hall, I'd imagine.
Yeah. All right. Black shield. In fact, this guy's gonna come down and pillage. So he's gonna be out of the fight.
Did Lunarium get a turn last time?
He's up next. So he's up right now. So yeah, he went early and spread the fire.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So now, Lunarium, your turn.
I have to flee because I failed the.
Yes. So you need to flee. You can make a will roll to see if you can regain your senses.
Okay, try that.
But your best interest is probably to flee. Ooh. Yeah, you have to flee.
I have to flee.
So you need to double move as quick as you can. Now, Nash and Ursula, this is not the only entrance into the fort. There is an entrance over here as well. It's like a sally port. Because the Godwolf is kind of in between you and the entrance now.
Wait, over here, you said?
Yeah. So there's an entrance in this little tower that you can get to there. Vibjorn.
I think, to keep the attention off of Nash, can I make like a performance roll to taunt the Godwolf and then run away?
Sure, let's do it.
All right. Let's see here. Skills. Oh yeah, he'll He's, I think, quite scared still, but he's going to push that.
Ooh.
Oh,
No.
what an evil dice.
The man on top of the wolf laughs at your attempt to try and intimidate this god of wolves. And Vibjorn, you make it into the safety of the building. Nash.
I will cast Treat Wound on myself.
Nice. Ooh.
Oh boy.
He gets hurt. He gets hurt from his own spell.
This could
Yeah.
be good. If you turn yourself into an animal, they may leave you alone. Click on the magic mishap.
Snow bunny. Snow bunny.
Oh,
Oh, that's like even worse. So you will lose 1d6. Let me roll that for you. You will lose 6
Oh, it had to be
willpower.
a 6. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then that doesn't heal me, right?
No. And you can still move.
I will stagger up onto my feet and shout to Ursula, "Head for that small door!" And I will move as far as I can, which is not very far.
No, you could move diagonal. You could move right up next to that guy right there. You can move.
Shield.
Oh, next to
Black
somebody.
Shield will try. That Black Shield will try and get you. One last time.
I can move you up there.
Thank you. I don't
There
know
we
why
go.
I'm struggling to move.
Dog is in the building. Lothar.
Could Lothar try and shoot the man riding the wolf off of the wolf?
You could try to shoot him off the wolf. He looks pretty tough. I'll tell you now, it won't work to shoot him off the wolf, but you could shoot at him.
Well, I'll take a shot at him just for the gesture of it.
Okay. Nice.
And then I likewise head into the fortress.
Okay. Let's see. Black Shield. This one is going to attack Nash.
Yes.
And he will swing his broadsword cruelly at you.
She gnashes her teeth at him.
oh, that's gonna be.
No.
Oh my god!
Oh,
The dice
my
want
God!
me to die.
Oh my god!
oh, this is awful.
Yeah, you're dead. You're dead.
All right.
Yeah.
No.
Double weapon damage. If this puts you into negative, you're
God.
okay. Let's see. So,
Yikes.
That's more than her normal.
What a
so your
Yeah,
normal
he's
is
on.
12.
She's on 1.
Yeah, so you're at minus 18. How does Nash
Yeah.
die?
Gnashing her teeth at him, trying to bite him. She doesn't really like to try and bite people, but this is, she thinks she's too civilized for that, but right now she's gone all ogre and she's trying to bite him.
Oh. And Nash has fallen.
Well, oh my! Like you did a dragon, a demon roll, and then the Black Shield just did a freaking
Yeah.
like the best roll possible. It was like both extremes, man.
Yeah. The dice know. They know what the story needs.
Yeah, sacrificed at the beginning.
Well, I guess we'll be seeing Run the Bell next time.
Yep.
The Godwolf.
Yeah, I'll say it for Brandon. Nash, we hardly knew
we
you.
hardly knew ye. Actually, we knew Nash pretty well. Nash has been around.
Yeah, we
for a minute.
did. Yeah.
Seeing everyone fleeing, the Godwolf will come towards the door and cackle menacingly at those still on the stairs. Ursula, you are up. You are dying.
Yeah, but she's also pissed. That was not called for.
No.
And we're death from abovings.
Nice.
She will leap from here and land on this dude.
Awesome. He's hurt.
Yeah, well. So that's leap. It's a brawl.
You can do 9 damage. You'll take him out.
There's my brawling.
Oh,
So,
damage.
yeah. Unfortunately, the leap isn't added to the combat tracker, so I guess what it does. It does
Like,
1d6
yep.
plus
So 3d6 plus your strength bonus, or 2d8 plus 1d6 plus your strength bonus.
no.
Yeah.
It's just 1d6 plus my
Oh, plus your strength. Got it.
yeah. So 2d6,
2d6.
and it's bludgeoning, so his armor's
His
gonna.
armor's going to be a little better. So you'll need to do
Yeah.
11 to take him out.
I did not.
You did not.
Oh.
And then I'm going to pick up Nash's body
Oh.
and run to the door. So
You will need
That was
to make an evade roll
yeah.
and then a death save.
yep. Huh, amazing! I failed.
Do you push your evade?
Oh, yeah. Like I said, this is making her angry.
Yeah.
Huh, look, I failed.
All right. He gets a
Close
a
though.
complimentary attack.
It really wasn't.
Oh no!
This guy's MVP. This Black Shield is the MVP of their team.
Yeah, it turns
And
out
he's better than the Godwolf.
this
He's
is
better than the
actually-
Godwolf.
This is the boss.
Yeah, this is the boss. He get him. He's owning these.
I will say that, just so you know, the leap did make him prone
Oh, okay.
and push him back 2 meters.
Okay, then.
Oh,
Oh,
good.
then never mind. He doesn't hit you. Thank you very much. You knock him away. Perfect.
Actually, he still would hit me because
it's only 2 meters.
yeah. Well, it's only 2
Just-
meters,
just
but the
Prone
3
give
is
him disadvantage.
yeah, but the 3 was the first one rolled. So okay, I'll take a death fail.
Okay, so the damage is 9 minus your armor, but that just
That's
counts
just-
as a
it's
failed
fail,
death save.
yeah.
Yep. And now make your death save.
All right.
Don't get a demon.
So we got not gonna even.
Good.
You.
One more success, and I think you're back on your feet.
I am.
All right. Magnus, you're inside.
I'm on the stairs. Does the Godwolf not attack me?
No, so seeing you go on the stairs, it looks like you're fleeing in fear, and he wants you to be afraid, and he will let you go to tell the others of his great feats of terror.
Tell his
So yeah, really, right
Spread the
now
word.
we're mostly worried about Ursula. So let's go. Lothar, you can be in the building. Dog's in the building. Ursula, you're up.
The Godwolf gets to go for it before me.
Oh, yes, the Godwolf.
So do his signature attack thingy.
Let's do an attack. His howl. Ursula, make a will roll with a bane.
No.
Good.
Wow,
You
you
are
have a
good.
lot really high.
Really high
Yeah,
roll.
she does.
Yeah.
I don't want her to die now after this huge survival she's doing.
All right, Ursula, you're up.
All right. Again,
They need to promote this guy.
She's super pissed, and she may die, but she's taking this motherfucker with her. She is going to call on the spirit of hell to basically rot this guy away. So she's going to prayer, death and sickness. Damn it.
Push it.
This whole being this hurting thing sucks. But we're definitely pushing that. See, this is come on. Scroll down. Alright. There we go.
Nice. Yeah, hit him with Nash's body.
Wait,
Weekend at Bernie's, just swinging the arm out.
So, he will take 5 points of damage, and armor has no effect on that.
He had 5 hit points. How do you take him out?
Deal a D8 damage, ignoring the armor. Enemy skin starts rotting away. So, it looks like the end of Raiders.
Oh, nice.
And then I will carry Nash's body in here and start shouting for a medic.
Excellent. Let's end the initiative order.
Oh, don't end it yet.
Oh yeah, make your death save.
Nice.
Yay! Recover hit points. Ooh. Excellent. All right. Well, not excellent. Sorry, Nash. Not excellent, but it could have been worse. You call for a medic, and people are rushing around, screaming in terror. Peering out of the fort, you can all see there are hundreds of dead creatures lying scattered about the village and the marketplace. Humans, frost elves, fell centaurs, wolfkin, and dwarves. From the vantage of the fort, you can see the black-clad warriors mercilessly slaughtering the wounded, plundering their victims, and setting buildings and tents alight. The great warrior on Wolfback rides up to the fort and addresses the headman directly. And I have a picture. Get a picture. Well, he says, "My name is Ulrok of Brand, rightful heir of the late King Lofar. Today you have borne witness to my power. Winter will soon be here, and so I will leave this place for now. When I return in the spring, however, you will all bend the knee, and I will be crowned king. If not, I will ride with the Godwolf from place to place, spreading fire and ash and death all across the whole of Jorheim. Tell your compatriots what you have witnessed here today, and of the fate that awaits all who oppose me." He then rides off on the Godwolf, followed by the Black Shields. Let me put his name in the chat. Ulrok. Now, after he leaves, Gunther Quarrelwart calls a meeting of the town elders, as well as all those who stood in battle against Ulrok and the Godwolf. At the meeting is Gunther Quarrelwart, Kaldernak, a wise old alderman of Barkhold, Fenrock, representing the Wolfkin, Uariel, representing the Frost Elves, Balos, representing the Fell Centaurs, and Duravali, representing the Dwarves of Flamehammer, as well as each one of you representing elves, humans, bearkin, and the like. Gunther presides over the council, which is held outside in an open fire, as Balos is too large to enter comfortably into the fort for counsel. "You all heard what Ulrach of Brand said," says Gunther. "Believe me when I say that it is not only Jorheim that is in danger. None of you will be able to avoid being dragged into this conflict if that evil man is crowned king. There are many clans in Jorheim who would welcome a scion of the House of Brand on the throne, and the fear of the Godwolf will ensure that there are none who dare to oppose him. But without this infernal beast, Ulrach's chances of claiming the throne are slim. There is no doubt in my mind as to what must be done. The only way to save Jorheim is to stop the Godwolf." A moment later, everyone starts speaking at the same time, and eventually Gunther has to shout at the top of his voice to restore order. Then the old alderman, Kaldernak, speaks. "We all saw Ulrach summon the Godwolf with a horn. According to legend, it must be the horn of the demon lord Dvork. Who knows where Ulrach found that ancient artifact, but if the horn could be destroyed, Ulrach would no longer be able to command the Godwolf, which would go a long way toward disrupting his plans." The members of the council then began speaking again in hurried tones. A glimmer of hope has been ignited in their hearts. Eventually, Fenrock points out that even if they were to destroy the horn, they have no idea where it is. And Gunther answers him. "If Ulrach is who he says he is, then Queen Iria must have been pregnant at the Battle of Hildgolf. She disappeared after the battle under mysterious circumstances, and she must have gone into hiding somewhere to give birth to her child to raise him in safety. There are two that might know the location. Well, perhaps. The druids of the Wooden Path, they may know of the horn, of the lore. That may be a great boon to understanding. But I think that Jarl Hrothgar Wolfcrowned knows the location of the horn." And you see Duravali spit, and he looks and stares at Vibjorn and says, "We will not treat with this man. I know, Duravali, I know, but he might be our only hope. Who will go? Who will speak with Jarl Hrothgar Wolfcrowned? Who will seek the druids of the Wooden Path? Who will learn the location of the horn, that we may destroy it? We know what must be done. We know where we must search. The only question that remains is who will undertake this task." Yeah, if this were RuneQuest, you would have a new passion. Hate Black Shields.
I cannot speak for my friends, but I will certainly do what I can to undertake this quest.
Bjorn speaks with Duravaldi and says, "What is your quarrel with Jarl Hrothgar?"
"Did you not hear my speech last night when I told you of what he did? Did you
He's
not
the
hear?
one who
He's
attached.
the one, Wolfcrowned. That must be him. That must be him. He slew my people. He is a raider and a reaver. He is not to be trusted." And Gunther says, "I know, Duravali, I know. You have your own grief with this man, but he might be the only one that knows where we can find the horn." And I'm going to type out the quest in the chat.
Ursula.
Oh, is Nash barely speaking?
No, that's Tina. No, there'll be a little voice will pop up from the back of the crowd.
Nash is like ghost, is like, woo!
There's a little hand just pops up from behind the back of the crowd, and someone goes, "Oh, no, I do not know the way."
Oh, is it Frodo?
And there is no, it's Rundabel, very short dwarf. "I will go."
Let me add Rundabel right now, because we're essentially at the end of the session. We're going to do some improvement rolls. I'm going to give you Nash's improvement rolls.
Oh, excellent.
So
Thank you.
let me find Rundabel. I should have Rundabel in here. I have all the characters in here that we've made so far. There are a lot of them. Rundabel Battlebraid. Now let me give you ownership of Rendabel. There we go. And I'll post a picture of what Rendabel looks like. Oops. Let's see. There we go. There is Rendabel.
Nice.
So Rendabel volunteers to go. Did you come with Duravali? Are you part of that contingent of dwarves?
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
So you would go in Duravali's place? Duravali's
She
probably
has-
wounded. In fact, he will swear an oath with Vibjorn and Rendabel to see Jarl Hrothgar Wolf-Crowned dead to pay for his crimes against the people of Clan Flamehammer.
I shall swear my revenge for the destruction of our town.
And what of you, Vibjorn? Do you swear likewise?
I will not allow this wolf-crowned to continue.
Very good. And that's where we will end the session. So, to make improvements, there's a questionnaire. You can answer the questions, or I have a house rule. If you want, you can just take 5. That's the rule from the solo adventures, and so I've just kind of stuck with it. But if you want to do it legally, here's the questions. If you can answer yes, you get an additional improvement roll for every question. Did you participate in the game session? Everyone can answer yes. Did you explore a new location? Everyone can answer yes. Did you defeat one or more dangerous adversaries? You defeated some black shields, and they are dangerous, so that's yes. Did you overcome an obstacle without using force? You got into the fort to get away from the Godwolf. I would say that's yes. And the last one, did you give in to your weakness? And your weakness is on your character sheet. If you role-played your weakness, then yes. So then what you can do... In fact, let me take us back to the landing page. We've got all of our tokens nice and neat there. Let's get this active. All right. Oh man, there's poor Nash is dead on here. Let me
Did skull.
Let me move Rendabel up here for now. Let me move Nash, and then we're gonna get these sorted out. In fact, Rendabel might have some conditions. Oh, come on. Why won't you move? Yeah, there we go. We'll move
Oh crap! The ghost is on me.
We'll move Rendabel down here.
Nobody wants an ogre zombie.
So for Rendabel, Nash had 3 improvements that were earned during play, and then you can choose 5. Typically, I'll just give you the 5. Man, Nash even had animism. One more that would have been a heroic ability. Dang. But you can choose 5 for Rendabel, because Rendabel surely took part in that battle. Everyone else, you can. So for Cross, what you'll do, if you open your sheet and go to skills, you're going to see you've got Persuasion, has a little up arrow in the box next to it. You can choose 5 additional skills, and you'll just click on the box next to it. These are the ones that you want to try to improve. And typically they're things that you use during the session, but it can also represent training you did on the ship coming over. And then when you are ready to do your improvements, and I'll let you do them first, Cross, you'll just click on the up arrow, but first mark all 5 new ones that you want, and then we'll just do them one by one to see if you can improve them. And the highest, and then what you do, like Call of Cthulhu, you want to roll above your score. You want to fail the roll. If you do, you'll go up by 1 point. And 18 is the highest they can get. And when you hit 18, you get a free heroic ability gifted to you. 3, 4, 5. So one more. 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. So now just click on the up arrow, and it should do an improvement roll for you. And if you get it right, it will bump your score up. Nice. So Beast Lore went up to 7. Go ahead and do the next one. Bushcraft went up. Go ahead and do the next one. Hunting and fishing did not improve. You didn't learn enough about fishing while you were on the ship. About myths and legends. Ooh, excellent. That goes to 13. And do the next one. Persuasion goes up. Excellent improvement so far. And how about your last one? Writing does not go up. All right. Let's go next to Magnus.
Alrighty. Good start.
Oh, very good start. Evade goes up. Oh, excellent start.
You can't win them all.
Nope.
Nice. Oh, that would have been really nice.
Oh, shoot. Yeah. Nice. Well, you did get staves went up. Languages is a good one, and evade is always good.
Oh, yeah.
How about Lothar?
Sure.
Nice. Awareness goes up. Ooh, almost. Ooh. Evade goes. That would have been a nice roll for your bows. Nice. But evade goes up. Excellent. How about next? Let's go to Ursula. Nice. Ugh. Ugh. All right, here's a big one. Yay!
Hey.
So the prayer skill is, they're all the same, but I just wanted to keep track of which
one?
Which gods I. So.
Oh, perfect. Yep. Yeah, just change them all to 11 then. Excellent.
Yep.
And how about next is Vibjorn?
Bjorn. Needs to be. Nope. Evade. Yes. Healing seems important.
Well, very good.
Oh, quite. And some combat.
Ah, just needed to get above that. Shoot.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Dang. Well, that's kind of a kick in the pants. At
Wow.
least your healing went up. Rundabel.
Right. I already rolled one by mistake.
That's okay. Oh, that 19 would have been good.
There it
Oh,
is.
there we are.
Hey,
Axes
excellent.
goes up. Oh, shoot. Well, at least axes went up.
Wow, another one. And now don't forget that Nash had quite a lot of stuff. Like she's got
Yeah.
163 gold, 5 silver. She's got a grimoire. She's got a scroll of lightning belt. She got a beautiful pipe. She's got all sorts of stuff there. So maybe that could go in the party loot and people could have it.
Yeah, and if Rundabel wants to take your pick of any of that, then I can put the rest into party loot. In fact, I don't know if I have a party loot for us. Let me make a.
Okay.
Nope, let me make a party loot.
Take the torch. I don't need the grimoire or the scroll. They're not going to do me any good. I might take the pipe and the herbs, unless Ursula would like those to remember Nash by.
Oh, she would definitely take. She would definitely take those. I mean,
Okay.
well, your character has first dibs, but
Yeah, definitely. She's already got a sleeping fur, so if somebody doesn't have a sleeping fur, they could have Nash's.
I wear one.
Yes. And I have 11 field rations that Nash had, so. So does anybody want that grimoire or the scroll?
We have
Yeah,
illusion.
I'll keen for a Guamao and a scroll. As a scholar, I'll be like, hey, what's this?
Yeah. And the grimoire as well. I think that's you can learn stuff from it. And if nobody minds, I'll take the gold.
I think
No, go for it.
it's your gold for sure.
Yeah.
So I will put the grimoire into the chat. Let's see. And then
Is it a certain type? I don't know how grimoires work.
So,
Are they
I think
branded by magic type?
I think this is just a standard one that any mage gets. So it has Nash's spells in there, and if someone takes it, I can tell you what's in there. What Nash's spells are. They're all let's see, what spells does Nash have? Cook food, flick, and sense magic, and then 3 animism spells: banish, ensnaring roots, and treat wound. So if anyone has access,
So we just take it and then we just learn it.
Well, you'd have to have access to animism. You can take a heroic ability, magic talent, that would let you start learning magic. But for now, I don't think anyone is able to use these.
You could learn those tricks though. Those are general
Yeah,
tricks.
yep,
The
yep.
flick and the cook food.
Yep. So anyone
Or
that,
actually, cook food might be animism. I'm thinking.
but I
It saves everyone from getting belly aches on the way,
It is
so it's quite
animism.
handy.
yeah.
So the flick is the one you could learn.
Yep. But yeah, I
I
don't.
learn flick since I'm a guy of knowledge. I like to learn stuff.
So let me.
How does that work? How do I just add it to my skill?
I'll put it on your sheet. Give me 1 second.
Oh.
Grab it here. Flick.
Bye, Nash. You will Nash no more.
Magic.
Magic trick. Yep. Now you have flick. I am tempted to. So in the campaign, a lot of times I like doing a reward for excellent role playing or things like that. And I think Vibjorn, your poetry, like you actually had an awesome poem, and you had clearly prepared like statements and things like that. I want to give you either robust or focused. Robust would give you 2 extra hit points. Focused gives you 2 extra willpower points. Do you have a preference?
Thank you. I think willpower for his. He'll need to inspire a group often.
So let's give you
We'll
focused,
give him another.
and that will give you
Can I-
2 additional willpower.
Can I also nominate Ursula because she nearly died getting Nash's
Yeah.
body?
I would agree. I would say maybe robust because she fought through all of the
Rallied against death.
challenges.
Did. I thought she was gonna go, honestly.
And then everyone can take like a long rest before the next session. So go ahead and do a long rest. Get rid of all your stuff.
If we bury Nash, Bjorn will take one of his silver cups and rest it on her and recite this. I'm using AI.
That's how I came up with Duravali's story. I had no story for Duravali. I'm like, oh shoot. So during the break, I quickly asked ChatGPT to give me a story that involves this, this, and this. And it actually ties into, the stuff I had added to the game. So worked out really well. I used up tons of water to do it, but, it was worth it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll take the scroll of lightning. No one wants it.
Okay, I'll
Lightning bolt.
Go for it.
Yeah, I took it into my inventory already. I think you just drag it in.
Yeah.
I think as Nash's body is laid out in the fortress, Lothar's dog will go up and nuzzle her, and when she doesn't respond, he'll whimper.
I thought he was going to take a bite.
Aw.
Like, oh dear.
She always trusted animals. She always trusted animals better than people. She'd be
This is
okay.
no Warhammer where we can recycle her body in the ops recycler, and we can eat it.
She wouldn't mind.
All right. right, let me add the spells to the grimoire that are in there. Lunarium. Give me 1 second. And then, let's see, it was cook food. Sense magic and flick. And then treat wounds.
Thank you for her poem. That's beautiful.
That was lovely.
I've taken a screenshot so I can keep it.
And if that Black Shield survived, he's definitely getting promoted. He was.
Oh yeah. Well, he died. He got.
Ursula
He died. Yeah.
took him out.
Unfortunately, he died.
There we go. Okay, the grimoire has. I'm going to change the title to Grimoire of. Did Nash have a last name?
Root Heart.
Oh, that's right. Root Heart. Grimoire of Nash Root Heart. Let me save that. Perfect. Okay. Awesome.
Cool.
Well, everybody, thank you so much. I had a blast. I'm so sorry that Nash is no longer with us, but Rundabell will be there to take over. Next session, we will jump into the fray. Let's just look at the overland map really quick and where they want us to go, and we'll go over this again. But where they want us to go is into the Frostwood, which is all of the wooded area to the left of all of the civilized areas. And that the two teepees, one of those is going to be where the Jarl is, and one will be where the Druid is. And we need to visit both to get the information on the location of the horn, but there's also a few other locations in there that may be of interest if we want to do some exploring. Now, the adventure as written is 3 acts, and we just finished Act 1. Normally, Act 2 is they tell you where to go. You just go there, do a thing, and then Act 3 is you go and finish the campaign, or finish the adventure. But I want to stretch it out. I want there to be some nice flavor and some nice adventure and stories that we'll tell around the fire. So I've added a bunch of locations here, and you're welcome to explore as many or as few as you like. But that's where we will be going. None of the towns on here have anything, but we're just going to want to go kind of past that dashed line into the Frostwood or north into the Untamed Wilds. So that's where we will pick up next time.
So if we walk to this red dragon thing, will we meet a red dragon? Is that how it works?
It's possible. Apparently someone saw a red dragon in there at some point in time. So
let's do that.
Yeah, you never know.
And did Gunther know where the Queen Mother of Ulrach was staying?
No, and so that's what we hope to get from the Jarl.
Okay, the Jarl may know, or the Druid may know.
So we learned some lore in this adventure. In fact, I will post it in the chat now. There's a whole history of like what happened in Jorheim before we arrive, and I had the ship's captain tell us all of that. And so I will, for the sake of anyone that wants to keep track of this, I'm going to post it into the chat, because all of the history is here that is pertinent. A lot of it we don't necessarily need, but some of it is super useful. And
this is I can see the polar bear thingy that one of the characters wanted to go. It's on really top on the map.
So maybe that's something, that's a side quest that's not part of the adventure, but something that clearly Lothar wants to do. So there in the chat, that's essentially the history of Jorheim as told by the captain. That talks about the queen. It talks about House Brand. So about 40 years ago is when Lofar took over. He ruled for 10 years, and there was the Battle of Hildgolf. Lofar died right before the battle, so his son Siglek took over, but he was routed and fled into the frozen wastes and was never seen from again. And now it's been roughly 30 years, and all of a sudden Olrock shows up, this man on a wolf, and says, "The crown is mine, I will take it." And it's our job to try and prevent that. Now, I had kind of talked to Luke before. Dundurdagar ties their adventures in, and House Brand is mentioned significantly in an adventure called The Iceberg of Horrors, as well as you learn some information about Siglek and things like that. So there is definitely a tie-in. In fact, I will be running The Iceberg of Horrors here at the end of the month, and I think, Cross, I think you're in that. So I think you will be in there.
Yeah.
So you'll get
Okay.
kind of a peek behind the curtains of what happened to Siglek. And I think most everyone else here has likely been in the Iceberg of Horrors, so you might already know. But our characters don't know this. All we know is he was defeated and fled into the frozen wastes and was never seen from again. Any questions before we leave? I want to make sure everyone kind of knows what our quest is. We need to go talk to the druid and talk to the Jarl, get information about where the horn is, find the horn and destroy it to rid the Jorheim of the Godwolf, and then hopefully Prince Olrock will just saw it off.
Yep.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording, and I will see you all next week.